Good morning, everyone. Good evening, good afternoon. How you're doing? And welcome to the live watch along between Manchester United and Leeds United in the pre-season friendly, guys. 2 more friendlies to go before the start of the season, guys. And we're starting to get into the reality, isn't it? We're starting to get into the main team now. The main team is it, guys. And great, you know what I mean? We got a lineup which is strong. I'm pleased about a couple of things. I'm going to get into that in a minute. But yeah, the lineup is strong and it does resemble a similar lineup. Maybe 1 or 2 adjustments, but it does resemble a lineup that we will be starting with next season, in my opinion. Something along those lines. Maybe a couple of changes here and there, of course, guys. So let's get straight into the lineups. Why don't we? Of course, let's see this. Here we go, guys. Now, these are the 2 lineups between Manchester United and obviously Leeds United. Le Mans will be in goal. First game for Manchester United this season, you could say, isn't it? Dano, Euro. Listen, guys, thank you so much for watching the preview earlier on. That was great to have you here, guys. Thank you so much. I see you. I really respect that. Thank you so much. It was a little bit of a late notice thing as well, so I really appreciate those people who did watch it. Thank you, guys. I did predict Lenny Yoro and Aiden Heaven in defense. And I believe this is a good choice because I think, in my opinion, that we should start playing the younger players. We start building collaboration, start building camaraderie between the 2 players. Okay. And that's what I think. And I think if we carry on playing these 2 together, it can only get better and better, in my opinion. And I think it will. I really do. And yeah, look, yes, some people may argue, you know, and some people may dislike Euro. I don't like the narrative around Euro. I don't like the anti-Euro thing at the end of the day. Harry Amas, I agree with. I think whilst we haven't got a left back, I think it's advisable to start playing Harry Amas because you never know. We may not get that left back in there, guys. And if we don't get that left back in there, we get Harry Amas, don't we? We've got Harry Amas and that, you know what I mean? And we can give him some game time, which will be beneficial. Of course, nepotism is always part of Manchester United, especially over the last 20 years or so. Manchester United and Tyler Fletcher is in the midfield, of course, guys. But you know what? I wish him the best of luck and I hope he does very well. He will be playing alongside, of course, Andre Santos, of course. Xerxes is a number 10. Good to see Xerxes. Maybe a final chance to show what he can do today. And then we got Ahmad on the right, Imbremo as a makeshift number 9, number 10, whatever you want to call it, and Dorgu as a left winger. In regards to Leeds, we got Trafford, the new number 1 for Manchester City, Longstaff, and I would say that Muriovic is the new signing, a very good player, 23-year-old, of course, very good player, of course, from Bosnia. Yeah, very good addition to their squad. Tanaka, one to look out for as well. Japanese international Ayo Tanaka for Leeds United. He is one to look out for. Of course, let's not forget about Daniel James. Some people may think that Daniel James was treated a little bit badly whilst he was at Man United, isn't it? Still playing, only 28 still, isn't it? It seems like he has been around a long time, isn't it? We bought him very, very young, of course, guys, absolutely. And the maker, of course, Germany international Lucas the maker up front. In regards to Manchester United, now I want to go through the substitutions with Manchester United. Now, a couple of things. Solomon Honor. Not many people have seen him. He has been on loan at Southport, of course, but he is a goalkeeper. But good to see a new player within the ranks of Manchester United's team, of course, which is good to see. A Man United squad. Let me just bring on another one, of course. We have, obviously, Bruno Fernandes is back. Jack Fletcher, Toby Collier, Yuri Tillemans is back in the, and he will be in the squad today. Again, but not starting again. He might come on as a substitute later. Very, very pleased to see JJ Gabriel in the squad. Good to see him on the bench at least. You see, Michael Carrick knows he's ready. He's on the bench, and I believe he's ready. And you know what? He's 16 in October. You know, I hope that we will see a lot more of him next season, whether that's in the FA Cup, the League Cup. Of course, I hope we will see a lot more of him next season. Of course, guys. So JJ Gabriel is in the squad, which is great. Cunha's back as well, and yeah, another one, Tyron Thompson. Tyron Thompson is primarily a left winger. Excited to see this player, just signed from Manchester United, of course, from Tottenham Hotspur. Now, a lot of people were speculating that this could be a first-team signing, a first-team squad signing. Well, he's straight into the squad, guys. That's not a bad thing, isn't it? At the end of the day, Tyron Thompson is in the squad, guys, to play left winger, of course, from Tottenham youth team we signed him for. So, evidently, very, very talented. Excited to see him play, of course, if he does get some minutes, of course. Really excited to see that, of course, guys. Absolutely. Guys, right. Big up everyone in the stream. I hope you're all doing well. Let me just say hello to everyone, guys. Guys, I hope you're good. Guys, let me just get rid of this waste man, Cam. I don't know what this waste man. He's going on my channel, just creating havoc. He got schooled and mic dropped earlier on, and he can't take a little bit of defeat. Listen, Cam, let me just give you a little bit of advice. We don't care about you. Go on your merry go, whatever you do. Go and knit or do something, whatever you do. Chew corners or payments. You maybe do that. Maybe you do. I don't know what you do in your spare time, mate. I think you're pretty much a waste man. So big up yourself and take it easy and be somebody. You know what I mean? That would be my advice to you, okay? Stop wasting oxygen and stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's not good. And you are banned, guys. So that's what happened, guys. You know, when people get a little bit giddy in my channel, they get banned. And at the end of the day, I don't have time. I'm not arguing with anyone. I think I've made that mistake before. I don't do that anymore. I'm not going to give it a time of day. As my good friend Bobby said, don't even give it a good time of the day, guys. It's not even about that. And but speaking of Bobby, I did read his comment earlier about obviously other content creators and stuff like that. I fully agree. I think one thing about content creation and stuff is that you got to keep an element of entertainment. Definitely. My channel is chaotic sometimes. We do get annoying people, of course we do, just like today, a prime example. But we are entertaining. The one thing about the guy you spoke about is that he's incredibly he thinks he's better than everyone else. It's the problem. This is the vibe I get, and I've known him for 7 years, but he thinks he's the best, and nobody could touch him, and his knowledge is best, and I get the knowledge before him many, many times. He says things I've already said at the end of the day, but it is what it is. But big up everyone. I hope you're all doing well. I have done it. Big up everyone. Big up Bobby. Happy Eclipse Day. It is Eclipse today. Total eclipse. It is an eclipse day today. That's strange, isn't it, guys? It is an eclipse day. I didn't see an eclipse today, by the way. I didn't. Good evening, Ephraim. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Big up, Ephraim. Big up, Gregory. Of course, big up yourselves. You're absolute legend. Big up all bars one. Thank you, mate. Don't worry about it. Cam, yeah, big up everyone. Guys. Gregory, if you are just going to then just go away. It's unnecessary to come on explaining why. At the end of it, no one needs to explain to me about this guy said that Xerxes better than Dimitar Berbatov. Now, I like Xerxes. We all like Xerxes. But to say that he's better than Dimitar Berbatov for me was a little bit dunk. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, he is rattled. He got rattled, and guys. No one likes him. Yeah, at the end of the day, that's it. I blocked him. Thank you so much, guys. I don't understand why the Fletcher Bros are playing. Chicharito, look, my friend. Chicharito, it's a good name. I said it before that there's nepotism at Man United, and this is a problem. I want to sway away from nepotism. I want to sway away from these kind of things. Because it's pretty evident that Tyler Fletcher, Jack Fletcher, they play because their dad's Darren Fletcher. It's as simple as that, isn't it? And it's obvious. I mean, you just wake up and smell the coffee, isn't it? Really, isn't it? It's pretty evident, guys. Absolutely. Big up everyone. Big up Ephraim. Good to see you. I'm good with Amas. How Heaven and Dorgu Euro needs a work, and Ahmad should only start in case of an emergency. Needs a work. He needs games. Euro, I think he's good enough. Absolutely. Ephraim, it will be a good test. Let's see. Let's see. It's a strong team. Of course, big up Rajesh. How you doing, my friend? I'll be doing well. Big up Nikki. What's going on, my friend? I'll be doing well. Rob Dawson said we only sign in one player and he will be cheap. Fans kicking off, calling a Glazer bot and get off the interview. There was obviously I did see Rob Dawson on United stand and predictable back in the Glazers, as you saw it back in Ineos, trying to gaslight people. Again, this is exactly what I'm talking about. The problem at Manchester United, the gaslighting at Manchester United has become too much. You know what I mean? I would say that. And there has been far too much gaslighting going on at Man United, and especially from these journalists who quite evidently been allegedly paid off. It's quite obvious, isn't it, that a lot of these journalists have been paid off, isn't it, guys? I really do think so, because the way they're going on, the way they're so blindly backing this regime, it does crazy. It's crazy, really, isn't it? But, you know, you just have to separate the, you know, the facts, you know, and just put all the facts together and you get a conclusion, don't you? You say that, you know, why are they so adamant and so backing in regards to Ineos and the Glazers? What is the reason? You know, what justifies this backing? You know, and they're going to make to look stupid anyway, because two signings, they're saying that, oh, you know what, where we are, what position we are, what position in the Champions League, what position third in the league, 191 million, what position? Absolute frauds, a lot of them. Honestly, frauds, and especially Rob Dawson. He's gone down in my estimation, you know, because it's so obvious what he's doing. Rio Ferdinand, another one, you know, who's on the payroll. I should have known a guy who supports a certain man, you know, bigots on his channel. You know, I would say he's another one, guys, at the end of the day, you know, and he's another one who's quite evidently something sinister's going on there as well. It is a complete mess, and it is us against them, really, because we're the voice of reason. We're the voice of truth. They're just the voice of lying and manipulation and gaslighting. That's the voice. That's what they are the voice of, sadly. Nikki, he was backing their idea. We only need two signings and cheap players. Yeah, I saw it, Nikki. I read the quotes. I didn't see the actual interview. I read the quotes. But what I would say is this. Look, are you surprised, Nikki? Are you surprised that these sort of things are said in the media? Are you, you know, this is what they do. This is what I've been talking about for months and months, if not years. The gaslighting, the planting the seed in the media for you. Oh, I feel sorry for them. Poor Jim, poor Ineos. Do you know what I mean? These are the same people who didn't want us to have Qatar. These are the same people who slandered Qatar, lied about Qatar, lied about the Full South. These are the same people, exactly the same people. Do you know what I mean? And I would say that, you know, they're disgraceful, and they are also a cancer to the football club, in my opinion. They really are. And yeah, you know, they just need to duck out and stop talking about Man United, because they don't know what's best for Man United. They have no clue what's best for Man United. We do, but they don't. Guys, we don't come on this show every single morning, you know, talking about these things, because they have no, let me just say something about them, right? They don't have any feelings for this football club. They don't have any affiliation to this football club. So they're happy to lie, and they're happy to please everybody and make sure that everybody is happy with your comments, because you know what, they need them. The gym needs them. They need them, etc. Do you know what I mean? So it's basically a sickening, obnoxious merry-go-round of lies and manipulation and gaslighting, and it's disgraceful, to be honest with you. And some of the content creators, Man United fans, by the way, who come on here and you know and go on other channels and gaslight everybody, they're just as much as a disgrace as well, in my opinion. I really do think so. And they're just disgraceful to themselves. They're ashamed, guys. Great to be in Ireland, by the way. Lovely country of Ireland. Really good to see Man United back in Ireland, of course. Glad to be there. Sad I'm not there. I would love to be there, of course. Great legacy between Man United and Ireland. And we have to respect the great country of Ireland, especially with Roy Keane, Dennis Irwin, two of the greatest players ever to grace the Premier League for Manchester United as well. So delighted we're back in Ireland, of course. And yeah, brilliant place to be, and brilliant place to play football with a huge Manchester United contingent, of course. Let's just hope for a good game. Let's hope we get a good game, and let's hope that, you know what, there's no injuries and we don't have any bad moments in this game. It's all about, for us at the moment, it's all about getting through this game, you know, and getting unscathed, uninjured. Do you know what I mean? That's what I would say about this game. That's what it's all about. The teams are on the pitch, guys. Manchester United and Leeds United are on the pitch. Diego Dallo is the captain today, guys. He is the captain today. Dallo will be walking into this football team next season. Whatever you think about that is what's going to happen, isn't it? At the end of the day. Gregory, some claim that Carrick is fine with this transfer window because he intends to leave room to play the kids. Sal, that cannot possibly be the plan. I don't think so. No, I like Man United. The idea of Man United playing the kids, by the way, I like the idea of Man United playing the kids. However, you need to nurture those players, the kids, with more experience as well. In my opinion, I think there's certain players that are ready. Shea Lacey, JJ Gabriel. I think so. I'm disappointed not to see Jim Thwaites in the team. Looking forward to seeing Thompson, of course, new player. But yeah, you need players. This is just obviously a defense mechanism, an excuse, because you know what? It looks like we're not going to do much business in regards to this window, whatever is left, of course, guys, you know, and that's what it is. We're ready for kickoff. Manchester United against Leeds in Ireland. Here we go, guys. Here we go. Hope you're all doing well. Welcome to the stream, guys. Leeds are serious. I hope we are too. Leeds are serious. You look at them. I look at that defender, Meritovic, isn't it? And I think he's a great player. I think, you know, we missed the boat in regards to that player. Definitely. I think he's a really good player. Throw into Manchester United in the opening set. Is that a throw into Leeds? Come on, guys. Big up Grace. Finally got a decent captain. What do you mean? Dallo's our captain. Crime on Grace. Dallo's useless. I mean, Dallo's a passion merchant. You know what I mean? I think Maguire's a better captain than him, to be fair. You know what I mean? And that is pushing the boat, to be honest with you. Dallo is our captain. I think we need a new captain. Definitely. Bruno's usually our captain, actually. Rajesh, big up Rajesh. Glory all the way. Let's hope so. What's your predictions for the game, guys? Let me know what your predictions are. Get your scores in. Guys, let me know what you're thinking about the game, guys. Is it going to be a win for Man United? I did predict a 3-0 win for Man United in the preview show, guys. So, yeah, I'm going to stick to that. I'm going to stick with the 3-0 win for Manchester United today, of course, guys. Absolutely. I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to the stream, guys. Lots of plans for Stretford Post as well, guys. Listen, you know what? We get 1 or 2 people. 4-0, says Bobby. Wow. I would love that, to be honest with you. You know, it would be typical Man United, wouldn't it? We have had these big results before in friendlies, you know, and we had a Real Madrid 4-0 once. I remember that. There's only one United, absolutely, Bobby. And there's only one Pratt in the chat as well. You know what I mean? There always is. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. So they go hand in hand. And you have to take the good with the rough, of course. Benny, good evening. Good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing Irish ref. My God, worst refs. I watch these clowns every week in the League of Ireland. I'll go with a 3-1. Look, you know what? I like to think, Benny, that he's a Man United fan. I like to think that the Irish referee is a Man United fan. Let's hope that he's a Man United fan, eh? Let's see that. You know what I mean? That's absolutely. A clean sweep 3-0 South. That was my score as well, Rajesh. So I'll go with that as well. I'm going to go with 3-0 as well. Here come Leeds United. Leeds United pressing earlier on the right-hand side. They're the ones with the ball, guys. It's a throw into Leeds. Man United haven't really got going yet. One thing I am looking at in the game, guys, I'm looking at how Man United start the game, because over the years, we have started games really slowly, haven't we? And, you know, I want to see us starting games quickly because, you know, you've got to get in this vibe, because starting games slowly is suicide. Absolutely. Big up Shem. What's going on, my friend? And it says, come on, you Shem 10. You're a Spurs fan, are you? The lineup is so disappointing. In regards to who? In regards to Man United? Who would you like to see play and who wouldn't you like to see play? I'm confused about your name, Shem10 COYS, which means come on, you Spurs, basically. In my world, of course, but it could mean something completely different. You know what I mean? Absolutely. And yeah, big up Shem. Hope you're doing well. But what would you change about the lineup? Are you happy with the lineup? Look, you know what? I don't think Man United this game have much choice. You know, I'm glad JJ Gabriel's on the bench. Disappointing I'm not going to see Jim Thwaites. I think Jim Thwaites is a better midfielder, in my opinion, than Jack Fletcher. I do. And yeah, sadly, we won't see him probably until whenever we see him, of course, guys. So yeah, that's a shame. But yeah, look, I would much rather see Mazraoui as a right back than Dallo, in my opinion. That's my opinion. I would much rather see Mazraoui as a right back. Here come Manchester United on the wing. Here's Santos. He loses the ball there. Tanaka wins it back well there. The Leeds United players on the floor. It's a very aggressive game already. That's a free kick to Leeds. It's all scrappy at the moment, guys. Gregory, 4-0. I'd buy that for $1. You know, that reminds me of Greg. When you say I buy that for $1, you know, I know that's like an American thing, but I remember it from RoboCop. If anyone remembers RoboCop, if you remember RoboCop, I buy that for $1. It's when RoboCop starts, you know, when he gets deceased and stuff like that, and then he ends up becoming a robot and stuff like. If you know, you know. I'm blabbering on and going on about something like that, but I buy that for $1. 1987, exactly, Gregory. You know the score, Gregory. We're showing our age, mate. Yes, you know it. That film actually used to spook me out, to be honest with you, because of the big robot. You know, you got 5 seconds to comply. You got 5 seconds to comply. Well, hopefully, Man United have got 2.5 weeks to comply, because at the end of the day, we need to get some signings in. Absolutely. We need to get about 3 or 4 more signings in there. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I love the old school RoboCop. The old school RoboCop was proper, mate. It was proper. It was, you know, there hasn't been another RoboCop like it. Nobody, guys. Can you fly, Bobby? Yeah. It went out the window. It went out the window, mate. Signed, still delivered, mate. You know what I mean? Yeah. I thought that was very cruel, by the way. That was very cruel. That traumatized me. I was only young then, guys. Yeah, absolutely. Now, speaking of traumatizing, Dallo got the ball there. No, and it's a corner to Man United. There we go. Ed 209 was a big robot, so that was the one, Richard. You got it. He was spooky as hell, guys. Absolutely. Spooky as hell was Ed. Good old Ed 209. He couldn't go down a bunch of stairs, though. One thing about it, his feet were too big. He couldn't go down the stairs. That's one thing about it. Corner to Manchester United. Here, Andres, this Ahmad is going to be taking the corner. Here, guys, Ahmad, let's see what Man United can do from this corner. If we can get something going here, guys. Ahmad, cross comes in from Ahmad. Header down. No. No. Benny, still think we would be mental to sell Harry Amas. I think so as well, Benny, especially for the price as well. It's about the price. 6 million is absolutely ridiculous. Do you know what I mean? Shem, the A team or Knight Riders? Knight Rider. Shot straight at the goalkeeper. I like both of them. I like the music to Knight Riders. I know Busta Rhymes copied that song as well. It was a classic. But A team for me. Yeah, A team. I know that's David Hasselhoff fan, to be honest with you. You know, I think Baywatch put me off that. Hasselhoff, you know, yeah, I'm more on a night. I'm more of an A team guy myself. Absolutely. Big up, Bobby. The A team for me. Absolutely. I ain't getting no plane. Yeah, that's it. You know, that's exactly what Anderson said to Man United this transfer window. I ain't getting Man United. The toxic waste melting skin and the flesh of men's bodies in RoboCop was horrifying, but played for humor on rewatching. Can I be honest with you? I felt the 80s were spooky as hell. I'll be honest with you. Not only Man United, but you know, the 80s were they weren't great, especially where I was raised. It wasn't exactly glamorous. Do you know what I mean? You know, yeah, I was a graffiti guy from a very, very young age, and you know what I mean. And that's what I was out all the time as a kid, climbing balconies and things like that. Do you know what I mean? Not chewing pavements like Cam. But I was climbing balconies, definitely. But yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I think I'm the only one. I think A Team is better. I think A Team. I think the actors are better. Mr. T, definitely better. I think the whole structure of the thing. But I was like, when I was younger, there was so many good programs that were on that I liked. I liked Only Fools and Horses and things like that. I liked my comedy, definitely. Do you know what I mean? I did like that. You know, I did like Bottom. You know, I did like that. Definitely with the old Rick Mal, God rest his soul, of course. That was brilliant. I love that. I love Red Dwarf. Yeah, I loved all those programs. I loved all those programs when I was growing up, definitely. 100%. Saturdays used to be Saturdays. Saturday used to be proper, definitely. It used to be a proper time, isn't it? The young ones as well, Bobby, absolutely. Rick Mal, obviously, legend, of course. Let's not forget. Gregory, let me tell you about the made-for-television movies of the week in the USA. No warnings, cheap budget thrillers with true horror. Airwolf. Oh my goodness me! Do you remember Teen Wolf? Who remembers Teen Wolf? Who remembers Teen Wolf from back in the day? And they used to have the cassette, the VHS tapes, all of them. He-Man, Teen Wolf. Yeah, you remember that? Bloody hell. Airwolf. Oh my goodness me! Airplane was good. Leslie Nielsen was fantastic, of course. Back in the 70s and 80s, that Teen Wolf was good. Teen Wolf was weird. You remember the American Werewolf in London? You remember American Werewolf in London? That was quite spooky, and the nails come out and all that. That was crazy. That one. But it was a good film, to be honest with you. I didn't like that bit where he has a dream and he's running in the forest and all that. That used to spook me out completely. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. But here come Man United. With Leeds United attacking for the majority of the game so far. Shot from Leeds. United are all over 6s and 7s here. And it's in the hands of the safe hands of Sending Men's. Good to see Sending the Men's. I'm really excited. I said it on my preview show that I'm excited to see Sending the Men's this season develop, of course. Now, obviously, there was that mistake in the World Cup, as we know. And, with football is a great humbler, but it's you learn a lot about players, how they respond to adversity. And I feel like, Sending the Man's is going to respond really well to what happened to him in the World Cup, which I felt was unfair, by the way. But he got blamed for Belgium being knocked out of the World Cup. It's gone quiet. I mean, the way the thing I like about Senny is that he just he puts his head down, he just gets on with it. That's what I like about Senny. He just gets on with the game, and there's no drama with him outside of football. Richard, watch both Bill and Ted movies today. The old ones, legendary, mate, legendary. The Bill and Ted Excellent Adventures were amazing. I think there's a number of films over the years that I really like. Scarface is one of my favorite films of all time. Of course, I got a list of films that I could watch. I'm looking for series now, though. I'm looking for a good series. I think Netflix are really, really slacking, to be honest with you. I haven't seen anything on Netflix, anything on Amazon, anything on Apple TV that I look at and I think, you know what, that's a good series to watch, The last series I watched was actually Android. It was an English series. I actually watched that. That wasn't bad. Great film, American Wealth in London. Was that Jenny Agata? Yeah, the same girl that Laban's run. I think so. But it was the 80s. The Gremlins, of course. Who remembers Gremlins? Yeah, definitely. The main actor in that, I forgot his name. God forbid. He follows me on Twitter. The main actor from Gremlins. He actually follows me. There's going to be another one coming out as well. Marky. Hey, Sal and the community. How are you, my friend? I'm very good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Come on, United. Let's beat Leeds. Also, one step closer to leaving for Italy. I'm the new shipping and logistic manager at my plant. Big up, Sal. Congratulations, Marky Mark. I wish you all the best, all the success in the world, mate. You deserve it. Of course, you're a nice person and you work very hard, my friend. And much love to you, and I hope that you succeed, and wish you all the best and all the success in the world, my guy. Absolutely. Here comes United. Great shot. Great little first-time shot. Was that from Xerxes? It was a good shot. It was a good first-time strike there. Nice little bit of improvisation from Xerxes there. Absolutely. Great improvisation. Cross comes in. Great one. Good one there, guys. I watched Reacher, Richard. I just can't get into it. I I don't know why. It just seems like a typical film for me. Like, how do I say it? What's that other one from Keanu Reeves? What's the other one? Not Matrix, the other one that he's in. The one, it's similar to Reacher. And I just can't get into I just can't get into it. I'm gonna try, but I can't get into Reacher. I like comedies. I like dramas and things like that. Things I can watch. Obviously Breaking Bad, excellent. Better Call Saul, excellent. Those series there, brilliant. Of course. The last film I went to watch was The Odyssey. That was really good, to be honest with you. I went to see that at the cinema. That was that's the one. John Wick. I think that's the one. I'm not entirely convinced by those sort of movies. That bush, bish, bang, boom, guns and things like that. I think they're too typical. I like storylines. You know what I mean? I like films you can sit there. That's the one, Rich. I like films you could sit there, right, and just watch it. And it's so interesting. The story's interesting, not just guns and, and things like that. It's a bit like Liam Neeson and stuff, Taken in, isn't it? It's a bit like that, isn't it? It's like those sort of films are too typical. Who remembers Police Academy? That was good. Police Academy, really liked Police Academy. I got a feeling they're going to watch one day, guys. They're going to bring Police Academy back, and it's going to be a different cast. Obviously, there's hardly any of them left. Obviously, apart from Guttenberg, isn't it? Who I like. I think he's a good actor, and but he's the only one left out of all of them. Even what's it? The girl with the high voice and stuff like that. I just watched The Kingdom of Heaven the other day and Troy. Big up, Marky Mark. I haven't seen The Kingdom of Heaven yet, as far as I'm aware. But the other day, Troy was good. I've seen both Troys. It's pretty good. It's decent. Absolutely. I haven't seen it. I will have a look at that though. I will look at Kingdom of Heaven. I love my comedies. You know what I mean. So I'm looking for the new father-in-law. A fucker-in-law, isn't it, and stuff like that. I'm looking forward to that coming out, the new one, and absolutely. Apparently, because Nicky is the one, Xerxes has scored for Manchester United. Manchester United won. Great ball from Embremo, and Xerxes puts it in the net. Manchester United won. Leeds United 0. Guys, great goal, great play, great setup play, guys. Really, really good goal for Manchester United, of course. Xerxes puts it in the net. It's Man United 1, Leeds United 0. The 3-0 is on. The 4-0 is on. The 3-0 is on. 1-0 already for Man United. Absolutely. Good goal. Good finish. Good cross from Embremo as well. Really good cross. Good play all round for Man United. Dorgu did very well. Embremo, brilliant from Embremo, by the way. And the great thing about Bremo, he looked up, he saw his man, and he picked up an easy. And it's a nice finish from Xerxes. Absolutely lovely finish from Joshua Xerxes. And there you go. Bremo, great assist already. Absolutely. Good finish, good cross, good goal all round. Absolutely brilliant. Come on, United. 1-0 to United already. 15 minutes gone, guys. Absolutely lovely. Absolutely. Gregory, unfortunately, not every film is going to be interesting as the Wolf of Wall Street. Have you seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood? Both films I've seen. Love them both, Gregory. I got huge respect for Brad Pitt. I've got huge respect for Leonardo DiCaprio, who I've met once, and really, really down-to-earth person. I got huge respect for them. So, any film that has Leonardo DiCaprio or Brad Pitt in it, I've got respect for it. And generally, when you watch them, like if you ever seen Interview with a Vampire, for example, the way that movie was made, for example, that's only a Brad Pitt can play that role. Only like Tom Cruise and Antonio Banderas can play them sort of roles. The great actors, legendary actors. We don't get those sort of actors anymore. Do you know what I mean? We don't get those sort of actors. But The Wolf of Wall Street, amazing film. Surprised that, wasn't it? Leonardo DiCaprio got his Oscar with Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, wasn't it? Was that what he got his Oscar for? Wasn't it? Yeah, guys. Now, earlier today, we were talking about Joshua Xerxes. He has scored. And, one thing I don't do is compare legends to players who are playing in this day and age, especially Man United. Here come Man United, though. Chance for 2-0. Well tackled by Leeds. I think is that Meritovic? Yeah, great tackle. He's a good player, that Meritovic. I said it at the beginning of the game. I don't know why Man United didn't look at him. Absolutely. Gregory, have you seen Quentin Tarantino? All of them. He's my favorite director. Gregory, he's my favorite director. Yes. Jackie Brown, Kill Bill, great films. Brilliant films. Fantastic. Was it Fantastic 8 and all that? Have you watched Star Wars and Marvel films? Some of them. I like some Marvel films. I ain't gonna lie. I don't like Star Wars or Star Trek. I can never get into them. I can never get into them, unfortunately. Absolutely. Thomas, big up, Thomas. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Orlando Boom let the whole of Troy burn to the ground because of, what a selfish piece of garbage. The world's biggest simp. Now watch the movie from the perspective. Oh, no, mate. Oh, no. Now, there's many people don't like the Titanic. And let me tell you, this people don't like the Titanic because of what Leonardo DiCaprio, obviously Kate Winslet did at the end, which was basically take the whole piece of wood and let Leonardo DiCaprio drown, basically. I think they both could have held on to that piece of wood. I'm sorry, but I think they both could have held on. I don't know why he had to drown. I don't know why he had to die. I think they need to make an alternative version. But one of my favorite films of recent times is I Am Legend with Will Smith. I love that film, and apparently they had a different ending to that, but they're going to remake it, and with carrying on for the alternative ending that they were supposed to have. Man United are starting to dominate now in the game. Good play for Man United. Good one-touch football shot over the bar, guys. Don't forget Reservoir Dogs. Very good, yeah. There we go. Not my favorite. Not my favorite. My favorite is in regards to Quentin Tarantino. It's probably Jackie Brown. One of those films there, definitely. But there are others as well. It slips my mind, to be honest with you. You know what I mean? But Kill Bill's very good in regards to that. But yeah. Quentin Tarantino. I like horrors as well. I do like my horror movies as well, guys. I really do. Big up everyone in the community. Don't forget to smash those likes, guys. Let's get those likes up. We are 19 minutes in the game. Have gone. Man United 1, Leeds United 0. Also, check Forrest Gump is from the devil itself. Also, the chicken Forrest Gump is from the devil itself. The girl he's obsessed with. The girl that he keeps going back with, even though she does all the bad things to him. Yeah, she's annoying. Yeah, definitely. You don't go full retard. He didn't go full retard, did he? Guys, have you ever seen Tropic Thunder? Oh my goodness, mate. That is guys. Watch Tropic Thunder. You know what I'm talking about. So funny. Sci-fi is not my thing. I like good comedy. So basically, on Tropic Thunder with Ben Stiller. Ben Stiller is basically there. Basically, what the film is about is basically like them making a movie, and basically the guy goes like, you know what? Why didn't your film succeed? He goes, because you went full retard. You went full retard. And he said, like, Forrest Gump, he didn't go full retard. He was a genius. He couldn't walk. He was a bit slow, but he wasn't full retard. You went full retard. That's why. Niche, do you know what's really strange? I vividly remember the title being Interview with a Vampire, but apparently it's always been Interview with the Vampire. It is Interview with the Vampire. It has always been Interview with the Vampire. It is a film back in the 90s. Really, really good film. The storyline and stuff like that, absolutely brilliant. One of the best of all time, definitely. And that I'm shocked that has Brad Pitt even got an Oscar? It's ridiculous, isn't it? Unbelievable. Guys, yeah, you got Halle Berry's got an Oscar. It's mad. Bobby went to the toilet and we score. Was it a good goal? Lovely goal, Bobby. Beautiful goal. Great play from Dorgu. Then it went down to Imbremo. Imbremo with a fantastic cross straight into Xerxes. Xerxes with a lovely finish. That was it. Of course, have to be honest, I'm a bit of a nerd out. Nothing wrong with that, Richard. Nothing wrong at all. We all got our things we like. We're all different at the end of the day, but that's for the nuts and bolts, and that's what we are. We have our different favorites. I got some embarrassing ones as well. I like certain things that you're going to be like, what the hell? Here comes Imbremo. Oh, Charles Imbremo again. Oh, it's a great save from the goalkeeper there. Really good save. And Bremer almost buried it in the corner. I hated Kate Winslet's character dropping that huge diamond into the ocean. Yeah. That film bugs me. You know what I mean? It really does. Shawshank is an amazing film where it came out in 94. But look at, Shawshank's very good film. Absolutely. A great movie. It was up there against in 94. It's absolutely insane. Falling Down with Michael Douglas. Great film, by the way. Falling Down. Love that film, by the way. Brilliant film as well. Lovely. Absolutely lovely. I love my Jim Carrey as well, by the way. Here come United. United on the attack. Corner came in, but is cleared away. Is Ahmad again with the ball. Cross comes in from Ahmad. Held well by the keeper. Good keepers kept him in the game there a couple of times. Nice throw as well. Schmeichel-esque from the Leeds United goalkeeper. Trafford. Of course, look, I got a little bit of a soft spot for James Trafford because I feel like James Trafford was treated really badly at Man City. I really do. I think he made one mistake against Spurs and then they dropped him and they purchased, obviously, the Italian goalkeeper, Donnarumma, wasn't it? That was very close. Absolutely. Tropic Thunder said, I grew up on Monty Python and National Lampoon. And yeah, me too, mate. Mel Brooks, Saturday Night Live as well, obviously. Spaceballs and Blazing Saturdays. So my comedy is all over the place. Marky Mark, you're a legend, mate. You got my taste, mate. You got my taste as well. I like those sort of things. Absolutely. I love my comedies. Definitely. I really do. The most interesting films are mostly over 15 years old. Yeah, the talent is gone now. I'll be honest with you. It's not only in football that talent is regressed. It's also in movies, in music, everything. I'm not just saying that because I'm an old fogey, right? It has. And there's nothing coming out these days. You know, there's nothing in regards to talent in football, in sport, in music, in film. Where's the Robert De Niro's and the Leonardo DiCaprio's, the Brad Pitts? You know, where are those? Where are those people? Where are the Al Pacinos of these world? Yeah, you know, Devil's Advocate. You know, guys, that film, Michael's Al Pacino, Oscar, straight up. Devil's Advocate. You know, absolutely brilliant. Fortunate to meet Al Pacino in London for the Merchant of Venice. Was very happy to meet him back then, a long time ago. Of course, Tropic Thunder, Thomas was, yeah, it's hilarious, mate. I would advise anyone to watch it. It's so funny. Nikki, if Amas is playing, does that mean they are not selling him? Not necessarily, Nikki. In my opinion, I could be wrong, Nikki, but maybe they're keeping him on the shop window to give him some game to add some attraction to him, basically from other teams and stuff like that. Maybe, you know what I mean? I would say. Have you seen a Serbian film? Great film, but it was misunderstood. Have you seen a Serbian film? I don't get that. What is it? What is it? What's a Serbian film? Young Frankenstein. Yeah. Laughter is always the best medicine. Marky Mark, I've always loved to laugh. You know what I mean? I've always loved to laugh. I've always loved my comedies. Definitely. You know, I like all the Ben Stiller movies. I like all the Jim Carrey movies. I like all these movies. Definitely. You know, I like Channing Tatum. I think he's a good actor. I really do. Another film, if you're going to watch a recent film, I've forgotten what it's called, but it's a film with Channing Tatum. And he lives in a toy store. It's a true story. And he takes from the toy store every single night and eats and stuff like that. And he plays this different guy. I've forgotten what it's called. I've got to get it for you, but it's a very good film. I watched it on the cinema. It's a very good film as well. Couple of it. But Odyssey, if you want to see something different, I would go and see Odyssey. Obviously, there is the premiere in London yesterday. All the actors were there and everything. But it is a very good film, of course. Thomas, Liar Liar is also a great movie. Jim Carrey had many bangers. He had his period. He had his time. Apparently, The Mask is coming back. Nutty Professor's coming back as well, apparently, with Eddie Murphy. He needs to do Norbit, but he's doing Nutty Professor. He's doing a new Nutty Professor. Yeah, he's doing a new Nutty Professor. Definitely. Yeah, so loads of things. Guys, if you want to laugh, watch the Eurovision Song Contest movie with Will Ferrell. Watch that. Watch the Eurovision Song Contest movie. Is it Will Ferrell? I think that's his name. Watch the Eurovision Song Contest movie. It's so funny, guys. It really is. I'm a big DC fan. Even those films are going downhill. My favorite Marvel film of all the Marvel films ever, apart from the really old Incredible Hulks and all that, which I used to watch, right? Really, really badly made ones. My favorite Marvel film is the Superman of 2002. You know, when Nickelback had the soundtrack to it. That was my favorite. That was my favorite Marvel film, in my opinion. Sandra Bullock in Speed. Sandra Bullock is what I would say about her. She's more of a comedian, isn't she? She's funny. Gone off the radar a little bit, but good actress, very funny, naturally funny. You see, this is the thing, isn't it? It's about, some people can be naturally funny. They don't even have to try. They're just funny. You know what I mean? Some people try too hard and they're not funny. I think people take themselves too seriously these days. That's the thing. And everyone wants to be serious. Here comes Leeds. Chance. 1-1. 1-1. Leeds have equalised. There goes our 3-0 and 4-0 prediction out of the window. Guys, Leeds United 1, Man United 1. Poor defending again for Man United. We had that moment in the last game, of course, against PSG. That it was poor defending again, Man United. We were over 6s and 7s. But, yeah, couldn't stop that. 1-1, guys. Game on. Game on. Gregory, whenever something is written for movies, it's picked apart by committees to maximize profit. By the time it is a finished product, it's all watered down for the least common denominator. And I think that happens more these days than it used to happen in the day. There was more freedom of articulate expression back in when we were younger. I don't know about you, but I think there was more. One That Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. One of my favorite films as well, Jack Nicholson. Jack Nicholson films, guys, honestly, as good as it gets. What a film. Great film. Brilliant film. As good as it gets. One of my favorites. Jerry Maguire, very good film as well. Nutty Professional, Hercules. Yeah, I like Norbit, Turkey ass. I like that. I do like Norbit. I think it's even more even more funny. Yeah, definitely. So yeah, some good films that, but it's funny, isn't it? That that these days we are looking at older actors and older actresses nowadays, isn't it? And we're still revisiting these films. Silver Lining, Bradley Cooper, very very good film, one of the best. Really really good film. When you watched films like 20 times, you know that it is a really good film, don't you? Absolutely. Spaceballs was really good, Rich. Absolutely. Evening, Tyrone. How you doing, my friend? Step Brothers. Oh, hilarious. Step Brothers. Thank you for mentioning that. And also the Shakespeare film. Not the Shakespeare film. The detective. What is it? Same actor. What's his name? Famous detective. Come on, guys. Come on, guys. Not Alfred Hitchcock. What did I do? Oh, I've forgotten his name. But really, really good film he makes. It's a couple of funny films. Spider-Man 2 was brilliant. Exactly. It was excellent, mate. It was my favorite. In my opinion, it was my favorite Spider-Man movie, and it was my favorite Marvel movie. Really, really good. I liked the vibe of that movie. It was just a good vibe with that movie, in my opinion. Yeah, Lee scored. Got it, Nick. Big up, Nick. That's terrible. It was terrible. Absolutely. Defense was all over the place as usual. I agree. The only Marvel movie that matters to me is Blade. Blade. He saved Marvel from bankruptcy with that movie. Wesley Snipes is a legend. He is. Unfortunately, he got done for tax evasion, didn't he, Thomas? When they want to nail you, they nail you, man. If you don't play ball, they'll nail you. You know what I mean? This is what they do. Do you know what I mean? When they want to get you, they'll get you. Of course they will. Do you know what I mean? This is what they do. Absolutely. Bigger Alex, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Yeah, anything with Ryan Reynolds now, I like. Very poor defending. Is Leacher and Delict back? No. But I like, look, I don't blame Lenny Yoro and Aiden Heaven there. I really don't. I think the midfielder's a little bit open, if I'm being totally honest with you. Jack Fletcher didn't cover his man. And I think that was a little bit, anger management, Bobby, all day long. Brilliant. Jules Flubber, absolutely brilliant. Love that film as well. Those sort of films all day long for me, all day long. I can binge on those films every single. Second time Fletcher got caught out. Fletcher's not good enough, mate. I'm going to double down on that. Fletcher is not good enough for Man United. Tyler or Jack. Jim Thwaites should be in the midfield. Not any of those players. Jim Thwaites is technically better, much better. Tyrone, Kojak, very, very good film. Absolutely. Sherlock, that's the one, Alex. Thank you. Thank you, Alex. That's the one. Watch the one with Will Ferrell, guys. Hilarious, guys. So funny, guys. Kirsten Dunst was amazing in Mary Jane Watson. So class. Kirsten Dunst was she the one in Spider-Man, wasn't she? Yeah. It was probably really, really good. It was a really, really good movie. Back then, probably the best I've seen in Marvel. I'm not a big fan of Marvel because I think one thing about Marvel, they're all the same. They're all similar. They're all like cardboard cutouts of everything like that. Guys, so 32 minutes in this friendly gone, guys. Man United won, Leeds United won. Good start for Man United, to be fair. Good goal, but, we sort of slacked on that goal. We were caught slacking there. Movies nowadays doesn't tell a story. They focus on effects and milking fake Hollywood stars and nobody cares. They don't want you to engage with your emotional side. They don't want you to think. That's what movies have come. Back in the day, that movies used to make you think. That's what they used to do. They used to make you think, and be really intrigued and inspire you. They don't want inspiration from people these days. They don't want people to think. They want people to be, dumb and happy. That's it. And that's the majority of the film. So when I see a good film these days, it stands out. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, especially if it's unique, but they do support very, very average actors and actresses these days. They support them. It's all about favoritism these days. Speaking about Jack Fletcher, it's all about favoritism these days rather than talent, if you know what I mean. It's, for me, back in the day, it used to be about word of mouth. People talk about you and, you get through talent. But these days, it's not that. Here comes a great cross for Dorgu, and it's held by the goalkeeper. 7 was a great detective movie with Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman. Very good. I haven't seen it for a while though. I did see it on the. I've got obviously the TV packages and stuff. I did see it on there. I haven't watched it for a while though. Years. Alex, have you heard of a film called Life is Beautiful? Probably watched it, but I can't remember it. One thing, guys, have you ever seen A Fish Called Wonder? Are Santos and Tyler Fletcher the new McFred? Goodness me, Tyrone. You really put the nail in the coffin here, haven't you? You put that. What do you say? What do you say? You put something amongst the bees. Yeah, you definitely put your hand in the beehive there. I say nothing about Santos yet, but I will call out Tyler Fletcher because I've seen good things from Santos. I've seen nothing from Tyler Fletcher. I'll be honest with you. I've not seen anything from Tyler Fletcher or Jack Fletcher, should I say? Jack Fletcher. That make me feel like, Jack or Tyler, that make me feel like, wow, these two have got a great future ahead of them. You know what I mean? Sal, I watched Odyssey, the new one by Nolan. Wasn't really impressed. I thought it was all right. It's different. That's one thing about it. It's thought-provoking, which is different rather than what the norm, which is like, typical movies and stuff. But I thought some of the performances in the movie were good. I don't agree with the casting. I think the casting was a little bit off. I think some people in that movie shouldn't have been in that movie, in my opinion. You know what I mean? Dune is pretty good, similar. Nothing is original in them. Exactly used to inspire you, and most of them had moral core. Exactly, it's a bit like music, isn't it, Marky? Exactly the same. And they used to inspire you. You know what I mean? They used to think, listen, you used to look at these guys and used to think, I want to be just like that. You know what I mean? Used to do that, And what we grew up with completely, different to what other people are growing up with. That's why I feel sorry for the youth of today. They know no better. It's like when people compare Joshua Xerxes to Dimitar Berbatov, these crazy people. You know what I mean? And these kind of things, they don't understand how good these people are. Like, guys, I want to give you an opinion, right? Now, Dwight York, for example. Dwight York, right, had a great season in 1998-99. Best signing of the season, right? Amazing signing. People saying he should have won Ballon d'Or. Now, he was joint scorer with, obviously, I think Jimmy Floyd, Hasselbank. 3 players, I think there was. Jimmy Floyd, Hasselbank. I've forgotten the other one, Gianfranco Zola, I think it was. In the 98-99 Premier League campaign, he was joint top scorer in the Champions League alongside Shevchenko. And I said that I don't necessarily think he was the best player for Man United. I can't judge what the best player for Man United is because I could turn around and say that David Beckham, right? Good shot. Great. Oh, it's off the bar. Was that over the line? Oh, great shot by Bremo again. Great shot. Oh, guys, what a shot. That was a brilliant shot. So I say David Beckham because what David Beckham went through in 98, David Beckham, obviously, people don't understand it. I don't think they were around. But what David Beckham went through before the 98-99 season, I think people cloud that over. I don't think people quite understand the magnitude of the abuse he got after the 1998 World Cup. And he put a lot of balls into the box on Dwight York's head. Right? He couldn't miss, basically. So I think that Beckham should win the Ballon d'Or that season. It's not all about goals and assists for me. I thought that either Beckham, Keane, maybe even a Schmeichel could have won it. I think every single player in that team were great. Now, he was saying that Dwight York is better than Andy Cole. I don't. I personally believe that Andy Cole is probably one of, if not the greatest striker in Premier League history because he never took penalties and he's still in the top 4 of goal scorers of all time. You know what I mean? Imagine he took penalties. And people will say Dwight York. So Dwight York was good for Man United in 1 or 2 seasons. But after that, he faded away. He didn't do anything. And that's what I'm saying. Yeah, in an individual isolated season, yeah, probably on that season done very well, got the goals for Man United. But in my opinion, I feel like it has to be Bex. It has to be Bex for that. In my opinion, definitely. For what he went through and stuff like that, definitely. In my opinion. So have you seen French Connection? A long time ago. My mum used to watch these films. My dad used to watch these films when I was younger. I can't remember for the life of me. I haven't seen them. In the end of the day, I haven't seen these kind of films for a long time. I've been told to watch 7. I heard it's a classic. It is, yeah. Life is Beautiful. It's an amazing film. One of the best I've ever seen. I will check it out. I might have watched it, but I just can't remember the name. Absolutely. Thomas, films to watch. 94th, 90 movies, 94. The Shawshank Redemption, Pulp Fiction, brilliant film. Forgot about that. Forgot about Pulp Fiction. Forrest Gump, yeah. Lion King, Leon, the Profession, Dumb and Dumber, brilliant. Mark, Speed, Natural Born Killers, yeah. Ace Ventura, yeah. All of them, brilliant. I mean, we were spoiled, weren't we, Thomas? We were spoiled. Look at those movies. We were spoiled. I loved Usual Suspect. Yes, the twist at the end might have been the best ever. I appreciate films more now. It's a bit like music. I appreciate music more these days from the 90s than I did, back then. A lot of music back then we used to laugh at it, and we used to call it like boy bands and things like that. It used to come out. In England, we had the Britpop era, which was amazing. If you were from England, if you were raised in England, and you were raised in the 90s, the Britpop era was incredible. We had Blur, we had Spice Girls, we had obviously Oasis as well. There was so much coming out, and I think it was a good period. And in regards to films as well, films were excellent. You could even look back and say Jurassic Park back then. You could even go back even far as that. Do you know what I mean? And films of that ilk, do you know what I mean? From back in the day, really, really good films, Everything that came out really had a story behind it, and a good story. Absolutely. Nicky, so close. Yeah, very close. He's on fire. I think in Bremo, guys, look, I felt that the criticism that Brian and Bremo got a few weeks ago, I was talking about this. Brian Bremo has been excellent for Man United last season. The fact that he had to move from centre midfield, from striker to right wing, from right wing to striker, and he never got a consistency going there. I think he's highly underrated. I really do. I think that people slandering him, I think it was very unfair, to be honest with you. Very unfair. Yes, The Usual Suspects, good call, Tyrant. Yeah, good film. And Bremo is going to be great this season. Yeah. I've said it. I think he's going to have a generational season. I do, guys. David Beckham was amazing. His best ever season for me. David Beckham was unstoppable, Tyrone. On a sixpence, that ball where he used to whip into the box and stuff like that, you couldn't stop it. It was just incredible. You know what I mean? I remember the ball being still, right? And he just got his leg and just whipped it like that. If you think about the games, you think about the Inter Milan quarterfinal, the 2 goals of Dwight York assisted by David Beckham. The 1999 game against Juventus, 2 goals assisted in the Dele Alpi from David Beckham. One of them was from a corner from Roy Keane. The other was from a cross on the head of sixpence on the head of Dwight York. Champions League final, 2 crosses perfectly whipped in. This is the thing about football. What people don't appreciate, the finishing for me was the easy part. For him, David Beckham had to get that ball perfect for that to be a goal. And he got 2 in 2 minutes in the Champions League final. And guys, not only that, he saved England in 2002 as well, didn't he? Absolutely. From going out. Mark, right away. I love movies and shows and a lot of sports stars. They made you use your own mind. Exactly. Think for yourself. Now the younger generation just sheep. Yeah, they want films that feed into the narrative of today, which is trying to dumb down people and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Tyrone, Andy Cole, criminally underrated. Wasn't given a chance in England either. Yeah, I agree. Tyrone. People say Dwight York. I think Andy Cole. England missed the boat on that one. He was treated badly. The problem is with England as well. Alex Ferguson handled it well, but it was Andy Cole and Teddy Sheringham. They didn't like each other. But because this showed you why Alex Ferguson was such a great manager, because it wasn't about liking each other. It's about winning, right? And this is the thing that I always remember. And Andy Cole didn't like Sheringham. Sheringham didn't like Andy Cole. And the way that the managers of England dealt with it was drop Andy Cole. Now, if England had Andy Cole available in Euro 96 in the extra time against Germany, England win that game. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that. I mean, how can Manchester United win a double and no Beckham, no Scholes, no Pallister, no Bruce, no Cole in the squad? Make that make sense. It's anti-Man United, isn't it? Always has been. Man, damn, big up yourself. Hope you're doing well. Big up Sal in the chat. I know it's just preseason, but I don't like how the cut through us easily. I think that's to do with the midfield, man. Then I've said it. We need an enforcer. We need someone domineering in that midfield, definitely. We don't have anyone of the ilk of, for example, Tuamini or Manu Kone at the moment. I think this is exactly what Manchester United need. Someone of that ilk, in my opinion, definitely. We don't have that at the moment, sadly. And hopefully we do get it eventually, but at the moment, no. True Man's good film. I haven't seen it for a while, Toran, but, you know, I'm going to go through these movies again, you know. I'm going to go through them and watch them again, definitely. Beckham was my hero. I remember the death threats and the horrible chants. I was in England at the time. I went to games at that time. You know, the things that was chanted in the stadium. You know, I remember going to West Ham against Man United and in London. And the things that were chanted for him, against him, sickening. It was horrible, man. And you know, over what happened, you know, when it wasn't a red card anyway. Asif, big up, Sal. Just thinking, watched Transformers last night, standing, watched like 10 times. Which one? Decepticon. Sorry, the reason, joining. No problem, Asif. I hope you're doing well. It's good to see you, mate. Sal, the name of the Rose is a period piece detective film with a very good stories. Sean Connery and Murray Ans. I haven't seen it. I'll check it out. I'll definitely check it out. They're on my list. They're on my list. I need good things to watch, guys. I'm running out of things to watch these days. There's nothing to watch. I'll be honest with you guys. Neil, guys, halftime, Man United won. Leeds United won. Decent performance for Man United. However, we've let Leeds get too much of an incentive into this game. Maybe this is a bit of a reality check if we're being honest with ourselves. Man United need to pick it up. Jack Fletcher, is it Jack or Tyler's in the Man United midfield? Let me have a look. Tyler Fletcher. Yeah, I think Tyler Fletcher needs to come off. Definitely, I don't think he's had a good game. I think he's been absolutely rinsed. Asif, and Bremer is the best without a doubt. He got to keep his composure in a tight spaces that he's lacking a bit. I agree, Asif. He's not a striker, though. The thing is, though, he's not a striker, is he? He plays up front a lot, though. You know, and this is why I sympathise with Mbeumo a little bit, because he's not a striker, and I think it's sad that, you know, he's been moved around. We do need another backup striker, definitely. I don't think we can rely on Sesko all season, unfortunately. Thomas, when I was a kid, I accidentally walked when my older brother watched Silence and the Lambs at the scene when he beats the cup with the smile on his face in the cage. Couldn't sleep for weeks. There are moments, you know, in these films, there are moments that you remember forever, innit? And we all have our moments, you know what I mean, in these movies that we can't forget about, and then they're scary. And you think, whoa, you know, my moment as a kid was American Werewolf in London, when he was having a dream and he was running through the forest, and then he wakes up and he does this face like a wolf's face, like a monster. You know what I mean? It was scary. And I remember those days, you know what I mean? Yeah, we all have them, of course. Dan James is desperate to score against Man United. Of course he is. Of course he is. Cole was left embarrassed by Sheringham, who was 5 years his senior after coming on for England. David Wemby, Uruguay. Yeah, he didn't shake his hand. I thought that was out of order for Teddy. But they ended up playing with each other. So they, you know, at the end of the day, it's history. They won a treble, and that's all that matters. You know, this is what I would say, Greg, is that it's not all about getting on. It's about winning. You know, I guarantee you, even now in the Man United squad, people are pretending to like each other when they don't really like each other. You know, they pretend, because a lot of the players in the Man United team, they're competing against each other, isn't it? So, you know, it's like Teddy Sheringham and Andy Cole. They were, you know, they were enemies. They didn't like each other. But what that did, that elevated both of them. That added a little bit of extra spice, a little bit of bit more intensity between the two, because they always trying to, Sheringham, Solskjaer, Dwight York, Andy Cole were always trying to better each other. Deep down, they were all trying to better each other. They were all trying to score goals. Absolutely. Big up Asif, Last Night Standing. I haven't seen it, I don't think. The movie is Last Night Standing. Haven't seen it. I'll check it out. That's on. I'll definitely put it on my list. Big up Michael. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you. To Gale, good evening, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you, mate. Hope everyone is blessed. Guys, hope you're doing well. Guys, Nightmare on Elm Street, Bobby. Look, you know, Great films. Very scary. Yeah. Very scary. I do like Silent Hill, the first one. I do like the first Silent Hill. I think Silent Hill was a bit spooky. If we're speaking about recent films, I think Silent Hill is a bit spooky. I think It is good. Not the old It from the 80s with Steve Curry, of course. But It from these days, I think that film's pretty good. I think the actor who plays It, I keep forgetting his name, Skarsgård. I think he's highly criminally underrated. I think he's going to win an Oscar soon. I think he's brilliant. I think he's versatile. He could play different roles. He could play comedy roles. He could play horror roles very well, guys. And I think he's brilliant. I think he's one of the best actors out now. I really do. And I think he should be winning Oscars. I think he should be he's a proper actor. You're thinking about people like Halle Berry winning Oscars, mate. There's people who actually can act. You know what I mean? And that's the thing, and brilliant. He's brilliant. Absolutely. Hit the like, guys. Thank you so much, Asif, you legend. There Will Be Blood is acting its highest level. Look, I can't wait. Guys, there will be blood definitely if Ineos don't do business in the transfer window. That's one thing I would say. We've got less than what's the date today? Literally, we've got now today is over the 13th of August, guys. We've got now 10, 11. Yeah, look at this, me. 18 days to the end of the window. Guys. What's your movie task like? I like all different types of movies, Asif. I like all types of movies. In particular, I like comedies, but old school comedies. I like movies that make me think, Asif, really get me on the edge of my seat and I'm watching it. Even if the movie's 3 hours, I watch the whole thing and I'm intrigued and I'm watching it. Those are the sort of movies I like. These days I haven't been captured like that. No movie really gets me on the edge of my seat, if you know what I mean. Definitely not. Guys, absolutely not. Yeah, not yet. Anyway, maybe there might be one coming in soon. Maybe things might change a little bit, but I don't think movies are made like they used to be made. Unfortunately, guys, it's Man United 1, Leeds United 1. I would say in this game so far, it's a relatively even game. I don't think any team has really thrived yet in regards to dominating the game. Yeah, I think Man United have had patches. Leeds United have had patches. Some good play for Man United. The Northman stars Alex Scars. I think I've seen that. I might have seen it. Yeah, Skarsgård is brilliant. I'm sorry, but I think he's brilliant. I think he's a future. I think he's a superstar. I think he will be a star. That guy. I think the sort of movies he makes. And the fact that he could do horror movies very well and do comedy movies, crime movies, I think he's a very good actor. I really do. I think he's highly underrated, in my opinion, definitely. But yes, guys, big up everyone in the stream, guys. Don't forget to smash a like on the video, guys. And let's also get the likes up. Let's get the views up. Hellraiser. You remember the cover, Bobby, with all the needles in his face, and he had all the squares and stuff like that, and he had all the needles in his head and stuff like that. You remember that? Goodness me. Yeah, I remember that. I just remember the front cover of the VHS tape. That's what I remember. I remember that. And that's what I see. As I say, I'm sure United will buy at least players. But my only concern is they should not be panic buys. I'm not sure of anything at the moment, As if I'm going to be honest with you, bro. I don't trust Ineos. I really don't. And they are leaving themselves out with a panic buy because they're leaving it so late. So it most likely will be a panic buy. Either that or we will overpay for a player that we wanted before. For example, Lewis Hall is going to be not 60, it's going to be 80 now. This is what we're talking about, you know what I mean? Because we waited. PSG are 1-0 up against Aston Villa. No surprise there in the Super Cup final, guys. PSG 1, Aston Villa 0. PSG having a hell of a time at the moment. You see, that's what happens when you get bought by a full sale, bought by owners who actually care about your football club, by the way. When I was growing up, PSG won nothing. They had a couple of the European finals, like UEFA Cup, maybe a Cup Winners' Cup. But PSG didn't win the league for 22 years. 22 years until Qatar came into them and absolutely regenerated them. Now they're winning for fun. They're winning every single season. They must be loving it, PSG. 2 Champions Leagues in a row. Super Cup against Spurs last year. Super Cup, they may win it this year. You know, guys, that is what we want as an ownership. We want an ownership like that. That's the kind of ownership we want. You know what I mean? Thomas, Skarsgård from It movie is not the one from Norsemen. That's the older brother, Alexander. Yeah, Alexander. The young one, the one that played, trying to think of him. He's got the funny face. The one who played the new It. The one in New It. The one that, the Skarsgård, that one. Let me just write it down. Let me just say. The new It. Not the Tim Curry one. Yeah, let me just have a second. Let me get to say it. Yeah, Bill. That was it. Yeah, Bill Skarsgård. That guy. It was him. That was it, Thomas. Bill. That's the one. Yeah. I think he's brilliant. Thomas, he's brilliant. Not Alexander. Yeah, Bill. Brilliant actor. Gregory, Zoolander, Battleship. Zoolander's funny as hell. The Legend of Tarzan, Godzilla, King versus King Kong, Infinity Pool, Pillar, and all Alexander Skarsgård. Bill Skarsgård, we're looking for, Greg. He's the one that, for me, he's brilliant. He's the one who he plays a couple of acts. There's a couple of movies that he plays really, really well. And not only one movie, he's been around for a while, guys. He's played, he was in Nosferatu, if you've seen that. He's in The Crow, if you've seen that. He's in John Wick, The Barbarian, guys. You know, have you ever seen that? Have you seen that film as well? I've forgotten what it's called. It's the one where they're locked in a car. That's pretty good. It's a simple film, but I saw that on cinema. Yeah, he's in that one, and yeah, he's in a couple of more other films. What's the other film that I think is really good? Clark is good. Watch Clark. He's also in Deadpool as well. Watch Clark. Clark is really good. Boy Kills World is really good. Yeah. So yeah, for me, definitely up there. Definitely up there. One of the best actors now, as we speak, in my opinion. Guys, absolutely. Big up everyone in the stream, guys. Don't forget to smash those likes. You ask a pro Tyler Fletcher observer what he offers apart from good engine and attitude, and they can't give you an answer. Tyrone, you know what I don't like, Tyrone? Can I be honest with everyone? It's censorship in football. I think nobody can say anything negative anymore because you are, you're too negative and you're a problem to the football club. And I go by what you're absolutely right, Tyrone. I go by what I see, and I can't, for the life of me, think what he does. You know what I mean? I can't, for the life of me, think what he does. To be honest with you. Horror section, you should go for Wrong Turn. Seen them all, mate. Even the new ones. Seen all the Final Destinations, all the Wrong Turns as well. Wrong Turns went a bit, faded away a little bit, but yeah, I've seen all the Final Destinations. Yeah. And don't forget Saw as well. Saw is gruesome, but who scored Manchester United's goal against Leeds United? Xerxes, my friend. Richard, need to send both Fletcher twins on loan. I agree, Richard, 100%. Alexander, Gustav, Bill, Volta, and Sam Skarsgård is all into acting, and their father is Stennon, who's been out. Wow. But Bill was best, right? Because he's been in the biggest movies, in my opinion. I know I'm not going to discount any of those. Alexander, of course, has been in good movies. But I think Bill's the best one at the moment. I think, like, having watched many, I think that Bill is the most, I would say, the most versatile one, in my opinion. He's the most versatile one. By the way, have you ever had a chance to watch Austin Powers? Yes, Baba. I'm a certain age, of course. Obviously, Mr. Myers is a Liverpool fan though. But look, Austin Powers is legendary, mate. Everyone knows Austin Powers, all that business, and really, really good movies and funny as hell. You know, and that's what I like. Makes you laugh, innit? You know, why is it like even to this day we are still looking back at these movies? You know what I mean? And that's what I'm talking about. I hope Carrick does a full subs at halftime or 60 minutes. I think he'll probably wait to about 60 minutes. Might make one or two. Guys. I think Bruno will come on, but I want to see JJ today. Their father Stellan is the best one in my opinion. I haven't seen much of him, but Bill was very good. I think IRP Vern Troyer. Yeah, very good. Great movies, guys. Great chat. Man United are not really entertaining today. They have more possession today, 57% of the ball, 8 shots with four on target. 4 shots from Leeds with 1 on target, guys. 262 passes successful for Man United in the first half, 187 for Leeds United, 4 corners to 0. We're ahead in regards to corners. Fouls committed, 9 for Man United, 4 for Leeds. 3 saves for Leeds United, none for Sedi Lamans so far. So Man United are generally the dominant side so far in this game. Got to transfer dominance into winning, though, don't we? We've got to start winning. We've got to turn that dominance into winning. It's funny, mate. Exactly. Tyrone, these days, man. I mean, people don't understand what the sort of movies that used to come on. Absolutely. People don't understand. Tynan Thompson is on. Collier is coming on. And also, I'm having a look here. I'm also having a look here. Mask is brilliant, Asif. I can't knock that. It's all about Pinion. Mask is brilliant. Armour's coming off. Armour's coming on as well. Tyler Thompson looks like Aiden Heaven's brother. Cousin, maybe. You know what I mean? Yeah, look. Armour is coming on. Good to see Thompson. It's a good opportunity to see him today, guys. Absolutely. I'll be back, guys. I'll be back. Yeah, game is about to kick off. I hope you're all doing well, guys. Thank you, everyone. No Tillman yet. Tillman looks eager to come on. I would love him to do that, Tyrone. I would love that. You know what I mean? I would love that to happen. We go, wow, what a player we got on our hands. My goodness me. That's what I want to be saying today. Oh, my goodness me. What a player we got on our hands. Well, this is his chance, isn't it? This is your chance. Bit disappointed to see Collier. I don't think Collier is good enough. I prefer Jim Freites, to be honest with you, but Jim Freites isn't even in the squad, sadly, you know. But good luck to them all. Good luck to the young lads coming on to right now. I don't know what this delay is all about. I had enough of this in the World Cup, all this delaying and stuff. What's going on with Leeds United, man? What are they doing? They're in the tunnel right now. What they doing, Leeds United, man? Come on, get out. Can we? Leeds, guys, can you say he's going to forfeit this game? Yeah. So, it looks like Aiden Heaven is off. He's off the pitch, guys. Let's save Hall from that dusty club. He wants to leave. Look, here come Leeds finally. Looks like they lost their way. Looks like they got lost. Not surprising, being from Leeds. Look, he wants to leave. He wants to leave Newcastle. What I'm hearing, he wants to go to Man United. Predict the second half, Sal. I think we'll win 3-1. I go with 2-1 United. That's it. I go 2-1 United. You go 3-1. Tyrone, glad Xerxes scored, but I do wonder why he's playing if we're selling him. Probably because they want to keep Tyrone. Probably because they want to keep up the price tag. Maybe they want to show the world or that he's still valuable. Unless we're keeping him, Tyrone. Of course, Alex. We will sign another player before the window closes. Alex, we see. 1 player isn't enough though. We need 3 or 4, and that's the thing. Leeds are playing mind games in pre-season friendly. I just think they got lost, mate. Wilson, the player, new player. I think he came from Fulham, isn't it? I think they signed him for Fulham. Remember, Leeds have a bigger net spend. I know that certain man don't like me mentioning net spend, but Leeds have a bigger net spend than Man United. Have a bigger expenditure than Man United, to be honest with you. Just a reminder. Yeah, we need to do business, guys. Absolutely. Struggling in this game, to be honest with you. Even Ole Gunnar Solskjaer smacked goals past Leeds. But let's go, guys. 1-1. Second half is underway. Second half is underway. Mark, this is Vibes FC in your side of midfielder, left back, left and right back, centre back and backup striker. Absolutely. The board is sitting at a 3 out of 10 window so far. If that, Marky, because what I want to look at is I look at the thing like the fact that we've lost Casemiro and we lost Ugarte and we just replaced them. That's all we've done, really, isn't it? We've replaced them with 2 players. We've lost 2 players and 2 players have come in, basically. You know, so it could even be like 1 out of 10, like Alex says here. Could be a 1 out of 10. Yeah, goals will keep his price up. Juventus won a loan, don't they? Juventus won a loan with an obligation. I wouldn't entertain loans for me. I wouldn't be doing any loans. Absolutely not. Juventus should be paying up. I know that, but the problem is Juve. I know that they're broke. I know Juve are broke. I know they got no money. So what Man United should do is they say, okay, you want Xerxes, give us Kefren Turam or give us Keenan Yildiz, you know? Rob Dawson says this is a 7 out of 10 window. Rob Dawson's a prat. In what world is this a 7 out of 10 window? Can someone explain to me how this is a 7 out of 10 window? It doesn't scientifically, it doesn't even make sense how this is a 7 out of 10 window. When we've lost 2 players and replaced them with 2 players and a backup goalkeeper. How is this a 7 out of 10 window? Is this guy barking mad? It's absolute. These people, the way they live up Ineos' backside, you know, it's so evidently that they're connected. They're speaking behind the scenes. You know, it's ridiculous. Alex and Sal, I feel bad. I gave them that much credit. You're being kind, Hamar. You're a kind person. You gave him credit, innit? But I think probably a 2 if we're pushing it for doing the business with Tillmans and Santos, which for me are squad players. I think it needs to improve. It does need to improve significantly. You know what I mean? And I really do. I think the window needs to get a little bit better than it has. Looks like Thompson is on the right wing. He's a left winger. Thompson is a left foot winger. An inverted winger. He can play on the left, though. He's played on the left for Spurs most of the time. I'm tired of inverted wingers. Guys, is it just me? Oh, I'm tired of players playing inadvertently. Why don't they just play on their natural side so we can get the bloody crossing? Do you know what I mean? I'm tired of it. I've seen him play left wing for Spurs. I've been watching him online and looking at things online, looking at him online. And he plays on the left. I don't know why we're playing on the right. Oh, well. Is what it is. Is what it is. Well, I hope he impresses. That's all I say. I hope he does well. Hopefully he can give Ahmad food for thought. You know, I would say. Disappointed not to see Shea today, Lacey. Chance Leeds. Oh, good help. Well held by Senny there. Well held by Senny Namans. It was a chance for Leeds, but it's well held by Senny Namans there. Man United. Saw the Rob Deason quotes on TOS show today. The guy is either so dumb or he's trying not to get access to come. Exactly. That's exactly what it is. You said it there, man. You said it there. You answered the question, your own question. There you go. It's exactly that. They don't want to lose their privileges, so they want extra privileges. They want extra news, so they're keeping close to Man United. Because a lot of these journalists, they want news out of Man United. They want the news first. That's what they want. So they keep the club sweet. Mark, yes, we need to go back on the right and life on the left. Bring back putting in the mix. Exactly. At least have one on their natural side. Do you know what I mean? Inverted wingers, I'm tired of it, really. I am, because that's what I liked about Shea Lacey. Shea Lacey was getting on the outside and crossing the ball. That's what I liked about it. That's what I liked about Shea Lacey. He was, Greg, there is not enough time the way United choose to work to acquire enough players for the season, no matter what occurs from this point until September, only stopping some disastrous holes. It's a failure. No matter what happens, they're going to fail this summer. By the way, if the game is a tie, would it be penalties or so? I think final whistle, Acid, because it's not. I'm not sure, but I don't think it is. It a tournament game? If it's a tournament game, then it'll be penalties. But I don't think this is a tournament game, as far as I'm aware, guys. So I think it's just a normal friendly. So I don't think this will go to penalties. I don't think it will go to penalties if it's 1-1. I like penalties though. I think it adds to the atmosphere, adds to the vibe, isn't it, guys? A well played from Thompson, working hard so far. Um, throw into Leeds United on the near side here. Throw into Leeds United. Mandem, if you read those statements, you think it was Joel Glazer being interviewed. He's super glazed Ineos decisions in this window this summer. Is it a Boyle Sports Cup game? Then it might be, Asif. Then it might go to penalties. I haven't had any clarification on penalties, but I'm ready for penalties if it wants to go to penalties. Let me just do something real quickly, guys. Just in case it is a penalty shootout. Of course, you know, I think Man United are going to win, but oops, let me just do this. I'm going to set up the penalty thing just to set it up for the sake of setting it up, guys. You never know. You never know. It might go to penalties. You never know. And then I want to be prepared for that. Of course, I want to be prepared for penalties. Of course, guys. Of course, I do. I don't want to be like, oh my god, I haven't got my penalty shootout thing done. Oh my god, that's what I don't want to be saying. Chance of Leeds, no, cleared away. Here's Ahmad on the ball. United, good play from Senny the men's, by the way. I think it's going to be a big season for Senny this season. I said it in the match preview. I think that Senny men's is going to go jump leaps and bounds this season, in my opinion. Soccer shootout. Let me just see. I've got to get the colour sorted out. Leeds United. And the image fit. Actually, let me do Leeds. There we go. Put that back. Yeah, let me just do this. And see, I'm prepared, you know. Dirty Leeds. There we are. There we go. Dirty Leeds. And that's it. That's it. I'm done. I'm covered. I've covered myself for the penalty shootout, so I'm ready for it. Should it occur? Should it occur? Of course. Great save for sending the men's, by the way, Bobby. Yeah, great save. Excellent save. I think he's going to have a brilliant season this season. I think he's going to become the best goalkeeper in the world, guys. It must be. Asif, I haven't heard nothing because I haven't really delved into this game. I'll be honest, Asif, I'm going to tell the truth. I haven't delved into the complexities of this game. I just know it's Man United against Leeds. They're all friendly games for me. So I know we had the Snapdragon Cup. I don't know with and let me just find out 1 second. Will Man United versus Leeds go to penalties? It will go to a penalty shootout if it's level at 90 minutes. So we will have a penalty shootout, guys. If it does end in a draw. So there is a penalty shootout possibility, guys. Just to let you know, we will have penalties. Time to sell Collier. I've seen enough already. He's not the quality, mate. It's the thing. I don't know why we're not playing Jim Thwaites. Marky Mark, you are right about Lamensal. He is going to be a great this season. I feel like the first time in a couple of years, I'm not worried about the gold ball coming in the box. And also, you know, that incident that I spoke about earlier in the World Cup where it came off he fumbled it and obviously contributed to Belgium being knocked out of the World Cup. I don't think that was his fault technically because it took a deflection for me. But we're going to see a strong character. We're already seeing strong character for him, and I think he's excellent. I really do. I think he's a really, really good player, and I think he's going to be our best goalkeeper since David De Gea. You know, of course, and I think he might end up achieving more. I do. Lamens doesn't was De Gea used to do very good with his feet. I'm just so happy, Tyrone, that we've got a goalkeeper right. That doesn't cause me anxiety. Do you know what I mean, guys? Oh, great play from Dorgu. Lovely. From Xerxes, sorry. Lovely play. Tried to cross it to Embremo. Embremo's got the ball on the left-hand side. United attacking here. And that was nice play from Xerxes. And it's out here to Embremo. Embremo. Mark, I remember us talking about between him and Restes. I'm glad we went with him. I almost never seen him in Karma Keeper. He said, like I mentioned, selling the men's. You know, when I first mentioned selling the men's on Stretford Post, nobody knew who he was, and people thought I was like, oh, another youngster. And I was saying, like, you know what, this guy is going to be a star. You know, he's going to be a proper player. He's got a young head on he's got an older head on his young shoulders. And look, I'm glad he's coming true. I'm glad he's becoming the goalkeeper. Many of us, well, I thought he would become. I want to bring George Best back from the grave. He plays for us. Yes, of course. Something many of us do. Tyron meant to say Lament saves with his feet like David Hay. I got you, Tyron. Yeah. Except he's domineering. He can catch a ball. He bullies his defenders. He's good. I like him. But De Gea was brilliant. As you know, I just think that Senny's going to achieve a lot. But obviously, De Gea achieved a lot in young age. You know, came to Man United even younger. I think he did, didn't it? But yeah, Senny for me is the type of goalkeeper I like. A presence, you know, a real presence, and a calming influence on the defense. I think. You know, I really do think so. And I think he's going to be very good. Remember, Sal, how some plastic fans slandered Lamens after the World Cup game. 1 or 2 errors in the game does not take away the quality from a quality player. In Lamens, goalkeepers will make mistakes, as if Schmeichel made mistakes, De Gea made mistakes. It's going to be a foul for Leeds. That was a dangerous tackle from Dalot. They're going for a red card. They're saying, Leeds are saying red card. I don't think so. Come on. I know how good Le Mans is, you know, and I think that, you know, the criticism was harsh. I don't think it was even that bad a mistake, you know, in my opinion. I think that it took a deflection and the rest of the team should have contributed, but it was a bad, you know, people don't know how to analyze football. They analyze with emotion, and they're, you know, that's the thing, because they don't like the player in the first place, and they expose themselves, don't they? That's what they do. They just expose themselves. Free kick for Leeds, about 30 yards out here. Guys, shot straight into the hands of the safe hands of Lamens. Thomas, is Rio trying to get hired by the club? He says things that is completely delusional. Just don't listen to Rio. Rio's like a bimbo of content creation. He's a bimbo, mate. Look who he has on his channel, mate. Just look at that. You know, tells you everything you need to know. And I would say that I like Rio, don't get me wrong, but that guy is quite evidently, you know, being paid by the club, allegedly, isn't it? It's quite obviously he's employed by the club still. You know, the way he spoke, you can see what's going on here. You can see what they're doing. Shocking from Dalot. Jesus, Dalot's not good enough, in my opinion. Dalot is now doing what Luke Shaw does, constantly cutting inside, refusing to go on the byline and whip across him. He's not good enough, Tyrone. I think Nus Masri should start ahead of him at right back. I'm just at that position where I think he should start ahead of him. I've always said that we need a right back as well as a left back. I think the left back needs to be sorted. The right back needs to be sorted. I think we need both. I don't think. Look at Dalot. He's struggling. He's struggling to run back. He's really, really unfit as well. He's not quick. He doesn't whip a crossing. He's a passion merchant. I said it. He's a passion merchant. I don't think he's good enough for Man United. What's the update on Mount bounce out? Back to injury, back to default, isn't it, Passive? You know, like we all predicted. He can't be fit. It's not his fault. I'm not gonna slander him too much. He knows about it. The injury that he has is never gonna get better. I know that for a fact. So he's always gonna be injured. So the problem is I don't think we can sell him. It was one of the most stupid deals we've ever done to pay 50 million for Mount. One of the most stupid deals any football has done in history. I really do think so, guys. Bruno's coming on. The big man, Bruno, is coming on, guys. Bruno Fernandes is coming on for Man United. Also, Cunha is coming on. Nus Masri, Speak of the Devil, is coming on. Dalot is coming off. Bruno Fernandes is coming on. He's the captain. Of course, Man United are fixing up here a little bit. Luke Shaw is coming on, God forbid. Tillmans is coming on as well. And the other Fletcher's coming on. Of course, you've got to give the other Fletcher a chance, isn't it? Because at the end of the day, Daddy said so, isn't it? So the other Fletcher comes on now as well. Guys, I don't understand. I don't understand nepotism, man. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Tyrone Dalot, our new vice captain, he looks so... He is Tyrone. He is. Big guns coming again, apart from Tyler Fletcher. Oh, Jack Fletcher. I ain't seen nothing from the Fletcher twins. I don't think they should be playing, man. Being JJ Gabriel on bloody Carrick, man. Come on. You know, this Fletcher obsession. Chance of United, go on. You can reach that. No. Yeah, I have my theories about nepotism and things like that. No JJ again, exactly. Mount has 999 on speed dial. Yeah. He lives in the hospital. Where does Mason Mount live? He lives in A&E. Dalot's off, yes, Sassif. I know. He's been replaced by Nus Masrur. I think Nus Masrur is playing on a right back. Now we have to sit and watch Jack Fletcher. Yeah, nepotism, Tyrone. Again, it's what I've been talking about. It's favoritism. You know? That's what it is. It's simple as that. Both offer nothing, but because Dad is a footballer, they get preferable treatment. That should never be happening in this football club. Doesn't happen anywhere else. Mount Ward 7. Exactly. He's got his own ward. If Mount was a horse, he would have been shot very... Yeah. He would have been put down. Yeah. Yeah. Animal Hospital FC. He would have been waiting for Wolf Harris to come out the woodwork. Yeah. You got Shea Lacey and JJ on the bench, and you don't give them proper try. I mean, I understand Shea Lacey's played a couple of games, but JJ Gabriel's had 4 minutes. You know what I mean? Come on, man. Do you know what I mean? And I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I mean, all right, you don't want to play him yet, but what is this Jack Fletcher and Tyler Fletcher obsession and favoritism for, man? Look, I don't know. I can't even tell them apart because they're both the same. You're both very average, and I can't tell them apart. It's no diss. It's no nothing. We tell the truth on there what benefits Man United. I don't care about affiliations. I don't care that Dad was this or Dad was that. Respect for Darren Fletcher, of course, but nah. Your son should not be walking into this football team like easily, you know, because it's quite evidently the twins, both of them. You know how rare it is to become a footballer, let alone become a footballer for Man United. Yet you get, you know, your twins both become footballers of Man United. What a coincidence! You know what I mean? It's so obvious. Anyone got contacts to text Carrick to play JJ? I wish I did. They should name a hospital after Mount. Yeah. What I would say about JJ, we have to be very, very, very careful because other teams could come in for JJ. Barcelona, Bayern Munich, Real Madrid, they can come in for JJ, and we have to sell him because he's not on an adult contract. They would just have to buy, like we signed Aiden Heaven. They could sign JJ Gabriel and pay a compensation fee, and that's it. So we're meant to be trying to impress JJ and say, look, you're part of our future. We're going to play you here. We're going to play you 20 minutes here, 50 minutes here. But we won't see him now. We won't see JJ all season next season. I guarantee you. We might not even see him in the FA Cup. Good to see Masri as a right back. Marky, Mount is not good enough. Dalot is not good enough. Short is not good enough. And exactly, Maguire, I don't think is good enough either if we want to win a league, in my opinion. Get rid of these mediocre players. We have the money. I'm not letting billionaires tell me they are broke. Exactly. Well, they do, don't they? And people still lap it up, don't they? Tyrone, if Barcelona come with JJ, he might decide to leave. Yeah, because he might think that he has more opportunity to play for Barcelona because Barcelona, look, let me give you an example, right? If Lamine Yamal was at Man United, right, he'd still be playing for the youth team. That right now. Let me tell you that right now. He'd still be playing for the youth team because we're too careful. We've got to be careful, you know. United have a tradition of keeping recliner players, Jones, Martial, Powell, Xerxes, etc. Yes, that's if we're too attached to certain players. We're too attached to them, and you know we need to move on from these players. They're not good enough. It's simple as that. Gregory, do you think the Fletchers, Nepo twins, would be playing without one of their father's friends managing them? No. I mean, I'm not saying they won't become footballers, Greg, but they certainly won't be at Man United. No, it will be like one in a million that they'll become Man United. Now, people forget how many leagues there is in England, how many footballers, how many aspiring footballers. Some of them are very talented. I've worked in League One, you know, and they would all. Some of them are better than them, you know, and they all want to play for Man United. It's quite evidently that from Manchester City, where the Fletcher twins were, to Manchester United, why were Manchester City so willing to get rid of them? And they got rid of them to Man United, and they've gone to Man United. So from Man City to Man United, it's just favoritism, it's nepotism. But you don't win anything with nepotism. Not even Barcelona do nepotism. You know what I mean? Greg, no chance, absolutely. Sal, even Carrick's son is at the club working his way through the ranks. Can I tell you something about, you know, what sons of footballers, what happens? They lack edge. They lack that street ethic, if you know what I mean. Players that, like Wayne Rooney, who had to work to get where they were. A big part of Wayne Rooney, for example, using him as an example, is that he had to work for where he got. He didn't get any favoritism. I always had a problem with sons who play, and daughters to that, actually, sons and daughters who play because their dad or mother were footballers. You know, I think it's like takes away the edge in the player because they've had a luxury lifestyle of favoritism and not having to think about failing because, you know what, daddy will get me in the lineup. Make sure you get my son in the lineup. Wink, wink, you know. If you can, get both of them some minutes. They're pushing them. Even Darren Fletcher, guys, let's be honest. Even Darren Fletcher was pushed to become a good player because of Alex Ferguson was Scottish. Simple. Exploring SE. How to take Kai Rooney on the scale of nepotism self? The same. Even Wayne Rooney criticizes his son. He's not the same. Even Cristiano Ronaldo criticizes his own son because he goes, they're not the same as me. They're not. They haven't got that hunger. And that's exactly right. Who saw that interview with Cristiano Ronaldo when he goes, what do you think your son lacks? And he said, hunger. You know? Exactly. They lack that hunger. They don't understand what it is to worry, to think maybe I won't become a footballer. Maybe I won't be given opportunity. They don't understand that little bit of edge. Do you know what I mean? Marky, not falling this community. I know all of us worked hard for where we have. Not going to let Ineos and Glazers keep ruining this club. So, Jim, where is the 3 billion of Chelsea? 4 nearly. Mark, 4 exactly. I agree. They will not answer that question. The Glazer, Ineos bots will not. They will lie to you. They'll try to fabricate something. That's what they do. That's what they're good at. You need a degree with some of the things that they say. You know, they start bringing an algebra into it and to try and justify Ineos. Jack Fletcher looks even worse than Tyler. At least Tyler gets the ball. They're both really bad, man. It just drives me mad. It was over 2, but it was over 4 billion. Yeah. They won't answer that question. Here's Thompson. Thompson with a ball. Nice little ball to Luke Shaw. Not quite. It was cut out there by Leeds United. Calvert-Lewin. Leeds bringing the ball forward. Leeds are open here. Cross comes in. It's a long one. It should be Le Mans. It is. Straight in Le Mans' hands. That's food and drink for sending Le Mans. Leeds have been impressive in preseason so far. They have faced good teams and unbeaten. Yeah, I guess. Yep. They got a good manager. I think Jim Thwaites is one of the most gifted young midfielders I've seen. If I see United sell him and keep these Nepo twins, I'd be very disappointed. Tyrone, I agree, mate. Jim Thwaites free kicks alone. I haven't seen free kicks like that since David Beckham at his age. You know what I mean? And I think Jim Thwaites is so underrated. And for him not to be even in the squad today, it pisses me off. I'll be honest with you guys, it does piss me off because I know players are being played through favoritism, and that shouldn't be happening at Man United. Anyway, Tillmans will be taking a corner, guys. And none of these players' kids have hunger or drive for the game anymore. It's what superstars. I mean, especially if their son, if their dad was a footballer, they have even more less hunger. They believe that everything's going to be put on a plate. Now, it's not like the old days. Of course, we fought like we love football. We pick up the ball, we go play in the streets. You know, it's completely different to what it is now, of course. But that's everything in it. That's what I was talking about earlier about regression in everything, in film, in music, in sport, and everything. Do you know what I mean? Absolutely. Thomas, it's hard to train when you wake up in the silk sheets. Roy, well said, Thomas. Well said. Exactly. It's hard to train hard when you wake up in silk sheets. When you got a maid making you food, when you've got everything on the plate. You know what I mean? At the end of the day. You know, compared to someone who thinks, you know, wakes up in the morning in a freezing cold in a one-bedroom flat somewhere in a state, which is the projects in America, you know, and aspires to become a basketball player, American footballer, a football player, or anything in regards to that is highly unlikely, you know. And those people who make it, the greats, you know, they are greats because they came from nothing. And that's what it is. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, nepotism. I don't like it. It's so obvious as well. Carrick is doing it even more. Carrick annoys me. Good play from Collier, by the way. Here come Tillmans. Good cross towards Bruno. No, in the hands of the goalkeeper. They're even taking the corners. I know. They're pushing them. Tyrone is pushing them. Pushing them. That's what they're doing. They're pushing them. They're you know, like in music, like music is similar. Like, you know, there's favoritism in that, and they push certain people. They get certain people out. Radio DJs and stuff like that will play your music, will play your record, you know, on the A list, and continue playing it until you have no choice but to like it because they're playing it non-stop. And then it becomes unpopular not to like it, and people don't like being unpopular. Gregory, Sal, are the Fletcher twins good enough to play in England's League One? Probably League One, I would say. Yes, I think Championship. I think I would like them to see go down to the Championship, like Harry and Mass has done, by the way, and done his due diligence. I would like to see them go down to the Championship or League One. Absolutely, Gregory, because you learn there about real football. You learn about real football. Tell Collier, ask Collier about that. You know, he wasn't exactly pulling up any trees in League One. Do you know what I mean? So. And in the Championship, should I say. So, yeah, absolutely. They do need a loan. You can quite evidently see the ones that are talented and the ones that got favoritism. You can evidently see it. It's so obvious. Do you know what I mean? It really is. Guys, don't forget, smash a like on the video, guys. I appreciate everyone who's joined me today. You're absolute legends. Thank you so much, guys. Everyone who's here today, of course. Really good to see you all, and it's good considering this game was free on TV. It's good to have so many people here today. Actually, the point of is the footballers' kids. They food served on the golden plates and silver spoon eat food with. Exactly. Chance on Man United. Let me just see bad control there from Fingers Tillmans. They hardly know the worth of sweat and blood earned money. They know their future is safe. Agreed. That's it. Spot on. I can't say it any better than that. They don't know hard life. They don't know about being a fishmonger or a butcher or a baker like I have, you know what I mean? Or working in a hospital for 6 years like I have. They don't really understand it. They don't get their work ethic 60, 70 hours a week, nights and days. They don't. Fletchers are 19, should not be at United this season. No, they shouldn't, but they're being pushed. They should be on loan for the next couple of seasons. They should. That's what they should be doing. They should be on loan. It's nepotism. That's one thing that irritates me about. There's not many things that irritate me about Carrick. That's one of them. You know, because I know that he's had Fletcher in his ear. If it wasn't for Fletcher, we would have stayed in the FA Cup last season, by the way. Romeo Beckham once played football, now nowhere it's ever seen. Yeah, because Beckham come from Leytonstone. And I know what it's like being brought up in Leytonstone. You know what I mean? Beckham came from the street. Beckham played against concrete walls, you know? Beckham, I know exactly the life that Beckham had. I went to the same school as him in Chase Lane. You know, I know exactly the life he had. And I know it's not easy in Leyton and Chingford and these places, you know? So, yeah, look, you know, that's the difference. Yeah, Romeo Beckham, Brooklyn Beckham, all those people have had an easy life. They've had an easy life. Imagine your dad or your mother was a multi-millionaire. You know, both of them. You know, how are you going to know about life? How are you going to know about life? You don't know about life, innit? You know? They should still be given a chance to develop, though. They should be given a chance, Nicky, to develop. But if they're not good enough, we need to call it as it is. If they're not good enough, they're not good enough, because there's been many players that have been released at Man United. You know, and I'm not seeing anything from both of them. I'll be honest right now that says to me, screams out to me, what a player. You know what I mean? Not even in the youth team. Yes, I've seen Jim Thwaites, JJ Gabriel, Harry Amass. I've looked at all these players. Jim Thwaites, yeah. I've looked at all these players. Ajayi. I've looked at Mantato, by the way, as well. I've looked at all these players and thought, yeah, they got something. They can give something. I've not looked at any one of those players, both of them, and thought, what a player. Good play. You know, I've not said that once. You know? Chance for Leeds. Leeds on the counter-attack here. Is it Calvert-Lewin with the ball? Calvert-Lewin, we don't have to worry. Calvert-Lewin don't put things in the back of the net, does he? No, he doesn't this time either. History says it all. Every best player in the game has ever seen came from the streets and the middle-class family. Exactly, as is spot on. Maradona used to play with an orange. You know? There you go. You get the odd one, of course you do. But Maradona is a prime example, isn't it? You know, Alan Shearer, Wayne Rooney, Andy Cole, you know, Ian Wright, you know, Paul Gascoigne, all these players, guys, legendary players. Roy Keane, Paul Scholes. Chance, good save on Le Mans. If the Fletchers return to the club after 2 seasons on loan to the Championship, sell them for a profit. If they do well, obviously these teams now in the Championship are good quality as well now. These days it's difficult because even these teams in the Championship have got quality. You know, the level's gone up. Like even the prices of these players have gone up in the Championship. So they're gonna have to impress. You know, they're gonna have to try and impress. Yeah, Nicky Me. Sorry, Nicky Me. So used to seeing Senny Lemans. It is Senny, wasn't it? Senny Lemans come off, didn't he? I think. Here come United. United on the Moose Masmuri. Masmuri to Bruno. Bruno. There you go. Nonto for Leeds United. He's bringing the ball forward. Good play from Lenny Yoro. Good tackle from Lenny Yoro. Well played. Twice, 3 times. He's a good, yeah. Well played. The new goalkeeper. The goalkeeper. Well played. Good save. I don't understand why he bought Darlow. I don't understand why that happened either, because Darlow was pointless. We could have just had Vitek, or we could have Ben Mee and Heath, you know, and well played, Euro. Great play from Lenny Euro, Tyrone. Brilliant play. Great determination. That's what I want to see from him. Really good. I never doubted him. I don't doubt this guy. I think he's going to be a great player for Man United. He needs to play with Heaven more, though. More consistency. Him and Heaven are the future of our defense. We need a strong defense, of course. That's how you win titles, isn't it? Free kick to United. Fletcher fouled. Big up everyone in the stream, guys. Thank you, everyone who's joined me today. Absolute legends, of course. We've got about 11 minutes of the game to go, guys. 1-1 between Man United and Leeds United. As we stand, we are going straight to a penalty shootout. Chance, goal! But it's offside. It's offside. It's not going to count. There's no VAR. There's no VAR, unfortunately. Would I like to stay on if it's going to be penalties? Sending Amans would be good at penalties, of course. Yeah, I would have liked to see Sending Amans do the penalties, of course. But it's a good opportunity for anyone new coming in. Yeah, it was offside. I think. Gregory, the upper table teams in the championships have more expensive players than those in the lower half of the championship table. That's where we send the Fletchers, but not to the yo-yo downward teams. It's whether they want them in it, because as I stand right now, I don't see anything that stands out to me. You know that I think, wow. When you think about it, let me give you an example. Hayden Hackney, who's been linked to Man United. Now, I don't for the life of me think that Hayden Hackney is good enough for Man United, yet he impresses for Middlesbrough, you know, and that's what we're talking about. The quality in 19-year-olds is visible, like players like Mainu in the first team, Heaven in the first team, Rashford in the first team, Saka in the first team. Exactly, Asif. Spot on. Even like I was at, I remember Steven Gerrard's debut. Right, and I even straight away I said, Steven Gerrard, what a player. It's Paul Scholes. I saw when Paul Scholes first played. What a player. You know, funny enough, when Lampard, whose dad is working at West Ham, first broke into the West Ham team, I wasn't impressed. He was forced to become a good player. Then he became a good player. He took all the free kicks and the corners and the penalties to manipulate his stats. Simple as that. That's why Paul Scholes was better. Paul Scholes came from nothing. Anyway, cross from Luke Shaw, cleared away by Leeds. We got about 9 minutes to go. Good strike. No, over the bar, guys, from Bruno Fernandes. Over the bar. Still 1-1 between Man United and Leeds here. Guys. It does look likely as we get ever closer, guys. It does look likely it's going to be a penalty shootout, of course, guys, as we stand. Not been the best of performances for Man United, to be fair. I think that's because of the midfield, I'll be honest. But yeah, not the best of performances for Man United in this friendly. One of the worst performances. It's a bit like the Wrexham game wasn't that good. Of course, we lost to Wrexham. Let's not forget. Ryan Reynolds, Wrexham, 1-0. Anyway, Collier. Collier brings the ball forward. Good play. Bring the ball forward. This is what I'm talking about. Good play from him. Cross comes in. Just slightly behind him in regards to, I think that was Thompson with the cross. Here come Leeds, though. Not Nongto, guys. Here they go. Leeds with a chance. They've got a chance. He shoots. Yeah, the new goalkeeper, not me, but me, is significantly shorter. He doesn't look as tall as Seni Amans, does he? He doesn't look as domineering as Seni Amans. Of course, Seni is just a generational goalkeeper. He's born to be. Seni Amans is born to be a goalkeeper. It's as simple as that. He's born to be a goalkeeper. 7 minutes to go, guys. We're heading precariously into a penalty shootout if things stay as they are. No extra time, guys, just to let you know. It is only a friendly. It's no point. It should go straight to penalties, guys, if it does end in a draw. Long ball coming from Leeds. Chance for Leeds United. And it's blocked there well in the end, guys. Vitek was young and wanted to play more games. United got 35 on Southern Clause, 40 million cash now. Glinios absolutely money mongers. Darlow is experienced, though. Darlow's rubbish, mate. I'll be honest, that's it. Vitek, I would have kept him and paid him a little bit more money. We're not going to get Vitek back, I guarantee you. And 14 million was an absolute robbery. He was the player of the season for Bristol City. If that was Man City, they sent him for 40. 30 or 40. Easy. Wrexham could become one of those clubs promoted from the Championship to the Premier League during the next couple of seasons. Yeah, they run very well, Gregory. They run very well by a guy who actually cares. By a guy who actually cares about a guy who travels from America or Canada all the way to Wales to watch them play. Most weeks. He cares about the club, Our ownership are completely different. Our ownership, a crinkly old, git like, Jim Ratcliffe is it's just we're unlucky. We're unlucky. We got some of the worst owners in football. Two, and we got family and him. Anyway, here come shot. Oh, off the bar. Great strike from Bruno again. Almost, guys. Almost a winner for Man United. It looks like it, but 5 minutes to go. It's not quite. It's off the bar from Bruno. It was a great strike from Bruno Fernandes. Off the bar. Yeah, it was a brilliant strike. Just a couple of inches lower. That's a goal. It would have been a fantastic goal, by the way. But it is still 1-1, guys, here. It is still 1-1 between Man United and Leeds United in this friendly game. Just off the bar. Goal kick. Leeds United. 4 minutes to go in this game. 4 minutes to go in this game. Big up everyone in the stream. Thank you everyone who's joined me today. Please, guys, don't forget to smash a like on the stream. That would be absolutely fantastic. Thank you, guys. Thank you everyone who's stayed tuned in, of course. Absolute legends, guys. Big season coming up. We've got one more friendly after this. We got the AC Milan friendly, of course, which is coming up. Should be interesting. I know that's going to be the guys. 16 likes from 50. Thank you, Ephraim. Guys, let's get these likes up. I know that the Amram game is going to be Amram against Carrick and all this nonsense, and the Amram people, anti-Amram people, going to be on that game like non-stop. You know it's going to be. They're predictable. Do you know what I mean? Like rain in England, they're predictable. This has been a good stream, Sal. Thank you, Gregory. It's been good to have you guys here. It's a bit of a chill along, of course, because less intensity in these friendlies. Yeah. But yeah, look, it's been a tight game. I think Man United has a lot of improvement to do. It hasn't been a good performance, to be honest with you. It's a more competitive game. Guys, it wasn't necessarily Amram's fault, Alex. It wasn't. And he didn't get sacked for performances because he was 3 points from fourth place. So he got sacked for calling out the ball, Alex. That's why he got sacked, for calling out the problems at our football club. You know? And anyone who calls out the problems at our football club, which they are problems, will be sacked, no matter if it's truth or not, you know? And that's the thing. But we move on and we wish Carrick the best of luck. But you know what that game's going to be like. You know what that game's going to be like. They're just going to be, blah, 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 Carrick, Amram, this, Amram, that. AC Man are crap at the moment. Let me just say that. They've been crap for years. All right, let me just say that. It's going to be a very difficult job for Amram. Very difficult. It's a tough job. It's a big club. But they've been rubbish for years. They've been behind Juve, Inter, Napoli for years. Atalanta for years. And it's not looking good for them in recent years. 6 times, of course, 7 times European champions. Let's not forget. Of course, guys. 3 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go, guys, until a penalty shootout here. Man United and Leeds United. 1-1. Poor performance from Man United so far. We've had a couple in this pre-season. We haven't been undefeated. We lost to, obviously, Wrexham. Now, this one is a great play from Mazraoui. Brilliant play. Brings it down. Good pass. Shot. Blocked by Man United. That should have been that nearly great play from Mazraoui. Best I've seen. I've seen more from Mazraoui this last few minutes than I have Dalot for a year. That's surely is a free kick to Man United. No. Selder Fletcher twins to Fulham. Fulham are better than that, mate. They got a couple of very good midfielders in there. They're not good enough for Fulham. Sorry, Samuel. They're not good enough for Fulham yet. Maybe in the future, not yet. I think they need to go to the Championship. I understand, Sal, but Lamens is our number one choice, and Vitek wanted to play first team. Our bad luck. Not really, no. He said he will stay for a certain part. He was happy to be a rotational player if he can be guaranteed a certain amount of game time, which we could, but we didn't want to. He's more expensive. He's a chance to make money. That's why we got rid of him. Don't fall for those narratives, Asif. There was a rumor that he wanted first team football. No, we wanted money from him. We knew we can get money from him, and 14 million was absolute robbery, absolute stupidness, robbery. Sal, 2 days work left this week. What is the possibility United gets a player done and dusted by Friday afternoon? Slim or done? Slim. History talks. I wish I was alive, but yeah, slim. You know. Yeah, nobody sells a player of the season in the championship for 14 million. I'm not saying don't sell a player, but 14 million, what an absolute robbery. Absolute clowns. They can't even sell players properly. Man City, for example, Harry Amass, right? Harry Amass will go for 30 million. Man City. It's 6. There we go. Guys, game is still going on. It's 90 minutes have gone. Is this going to be a penalty shootout? It is a penalty shootout. I think it is. I think the game is over once we move away from the crowd taking pictures. MUTV, typical MUTV. I want to know what's going on the pitch. Guys, it is penalty. I think it is going to be penalties, as far as I'm aware. But it has finished 1-1. Guys, poor performance from Man United, to be fair. Really poor performance. Weren't impressed with that. Need to improve. Not long to the season starts, guys. Not long to the season starts. Jess Bent is going to Inter Milan for 31.5 million. There you go. But he's an England international, Sam. I would obviously. But I would look at Spurs. I think Spurs have spent money, though. They need money. They spent a lot of money, so they need to recoup some of that. And look at them. They sold him for 31.5. Who we sold? Only Rasmus, but that was agreed a long time ago. Rasmus is the only one we sold, properly sold. You know what I mean? That's the only one with proper money. What happened to that money, eh? Who knows what happened to that money? It's looking like a penalty shootout. Man United against Man United penalty shootout, guys. We are going to be ready for this penalties, guys. Of course we are. There we go. Man United penalty shootout is up, guys. We are here. Let me just double check this. Let me just take this down a little bit. Let me get this down. There we go. About there. There we go. All right, we got a part. It's not Spain against Argentina, by the way. I'm going to change that. Bear me a second. That will be very worrying if it was Spain against Argentina. Blast from the past. All right. We're ready for the penalties. We're ready for it. Yeah. Gregory, 32 million net spend. Don't championship clubs spend more on transfers than that? There's championship clubs who spent more money than us, man. Even River Plate in Argentina has spent more than us. Okay, so we're looking at a penalty shootout, guys. Have we won the toss? It's Leeds have won the toss. So they will be doing the penalty shootout. Let's see how we get on with this, guys. Let's see how it goes. Man United in the penalty shootout. United versus Leeds. Fortunately, no Senny Lemans. We got me in goal, Ben Me in goal. No Senny Lemans. So, good luck to me. Not me in particular, but the goalkeeper me. Let's hope that we win this penalty shootout. Be a good vibe, getting a little bit of practice. We may have penalties next season. Of course, being in the Champions League and stuff like that, we may have penalties. And I think we have a generally good record in penalty shootouts, in my opinion. We do. It's best that we get on with it, guys, because you know what? It's getting late over here. So let's get on with this penalty shootout, this friendly penalty shootout, of course, guys. Best of luck to me, and let's hope that he wins it for us. Let's go for it. I think we're going to put every penalty in the back of the net. We're not going to miss one. We're not going to miss. We don't miss, guys. We don't miss penalties. That Man United don't miss penalties. We don't. Not these days. We don't miss penalties. Not these days, guys. So, yeah. Okay, so let's do this. United penalty shootout. First penalty shootout in a lot of while. What's the last penalty shootout we had? When was the last penalty shootout we had? Right. Maybe just turn this off for a little while, guys. Whilst we do this penalty shootout. There's the trophy, guys. Boyle Cup. You never sing that. Boyle Cup. You never seen that? There you go. Guys, I'm excited about tomorrow. There's some big news breaking tomorrow, he said in his show. I mean, we can say everything every day, you know. How's your game to you, Sal? We didn't play well, in my opinion. I thought that Leeds played better slightly, but yeah, we had a couple of good moments, but not an impressive performance from United. But you know, I'm happy that we got it out of the way. One more friendly game to go, and then we're starting the real nitty gritty, and then we can truly judge Man United. Is it very hot where you are in Italy? I'm not in Italy now. I'm in the UAE, Samuel. So I would say yes, very hot. It's nearly 50. It's been 50 a couple of times. I came back from Italy a couple of weeks ago. Nice looking trophy, to be honest. We should win it. It's nice. It's nice. Yeah. It's nice to get that vibe. Winning is winning at the end of the day. Here we go, guys. Leeds against Man United in a penalty shootout. Guys, will Man United have any penalty shootouts this season as the season gets on? Let's wait and see, guys. Calvert-Lewin will be taking the first penalty for Manchester United. Guys, Man United. Yeah, I've changed it already, Asif. Asif, it's changed already. Guys, Man United. Let me just double check this. Yeah, Man United against Leeds. I've changed it already. I changed it a while ago, Asif. Here we go, guys. First penalty. Good penalty from Calvert-Lewin. It's Calvert-Lewin has scored the first penalty, guys. Calvert-Lewin has scored the first penalty. There we go. The first penalty's gone in from Calvert-Lewin. Bit rusty here. Here we go. Now, Man United's turn. Who's going to be taking Man United's penalty? Luke Shaw will be taking Man United's penalty. God forbid. Luke Shaw will be taking Man United's penalty. Luke Shaw. Here we go. Good penalty, Luke. Well done, mate. Well done. Good penalty from Luke Shaw there. 1-1. 1-1. Good penalty. That's what we like to see. Nice penalty. Now, who's taking one for Leeds? We could be here for a long night, guys. Wilson will be taking the penalty for Leeds. Two goalkeepers. I don't know if how any. I think me looks a little bit short. He's on the short side, in my opinion. But let's see what he does here. Good save by me. Come on. Good save by me. He saved it. Good save. Come on. Good save, my friend. Good one. That will give him some confidence. Stretched very well. Great save from me. Brilliant save. He's announced himself today. There you go. Who's going to take the penalty for Man United? Who's going to take the second penalty for Man United? It is Cunha. Cunha. He's going to bury it. Great penalty. Lovely penalty there. Lovely penalty from Cunha. 2-2 for Man United. That's how you take them. Lovely penalty. He didn't even move the goalkeeper. He couldn't move. That's such a good goal. That's such a good penalty. What a penalty. Who's taking a penalty for Leeds now? All Man United need to do now is just score all their penalties, we win. That's it. It's as simple as that. Stack is going to be taking the penalty for Leeds. Defensive player, of course. He's probably put it down the middle. So I'll probably stay in the middle if I was in the back of the net. They score Leeds. Guys, their third penalty has been scored in the back of the net. Now, who's going to take the third penalty for United? Chance to go ahead for United here. Fletcher is going to be taking a penalty. And he scores. Well played, Fletcher. Well played. Good penalty. Well played to Fletcher. Man United, that's another penalty. Scored for Man United. 3 out of 3. for Man United. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff for Man United. 3 out of 3. Now, I think if he misses this, that's it, right? I think if he misses this, that's it. Nonto has to score here for Leeds. If he doesn't score, it's Man United are the champions of the world. Here we go. Not quite, but you know, it is a friendly trophy. He's going to be taking a penalty. Here we go. In the back of the net. Scores. Good penalty, to be fair. Smashed it in. That one. It is now 3-3 in penalties. United have got a penalty. United to go 4-3 up here in penalties. United to go 4-3 up here. Sorry, I've done that. United to go 4-3 up. Bruno is gonna, Bruno is gonna take it down to the last penalty. Bruno takes the penalty. No, oh, he's missed it. Oh no, Bruno has missed the penalty. Ah, damn. He doesn't miss those, does he? Bruno's missed the penalty. He's mate. Oh man. Anyway, Leeds have to. Leeds with Okafor. Fifth penalty for Leeds. It's a fifth penalty for Leeds. Come on, me. Get this save. Save this one, mate. Come on. In. They scored. Good penalty. And they go 4-3 up. Now, Man United need to score here. Otherwise, we lose. United need to score. Otherwise, we lose, guys, in this penalty shootout. Come on, United. Who's taking a penalty? Youri Tillmans. Youri Tillmans is taking a penalty for Man United. Fifth penalty for Man United. Come on, Youri. Let's do this, Youri. Let's get it in the net. Let's not give Leeds their first trophy. Good penalty. Nice one, Youri Tillmans. Great penalty. Calmness personified. 4-4 on penalties, guys. Now we're in sudden death. Sudden death, guys. Sudden death. We're going into sudden death. He's taking the first penalty in sudden death. Off the bar. He's missed. He's missed off the bar, and Leeds United have missed. So Man United, if they score this penalty, we will win the shootout. 5-4, we will win the shootout. He hit the bar. My goodness. 5-4, he missed this. Goodness me. Leeds will be devastated about that, won't they? Anyway, chance for Man United now to win the trophy. Bring the trophy home. Mazrui. Nus. Bury it, mate. You got this. You've got this, mate. Go on. Nice. Man United have done it. Man United have beaten Leeds United by 5-4 on penalties. Congratulations. Our first trophy, our second trophy of the preseason. Snapdragon trophy. Boyle trophy. You'll never sing that. Man United have won the Boyle trophy, if it's called, whatever it's called, guys. It's presented by Snapdragon. So Man United, is that 2 trophies Man United have won this preseason? Is it? Well, there you go, guys. Man United 5, Leeds United 4 on penalties, guys. Absolutely brilliant. Brilliant, Man United. Man United win and get in, United. What a penalty. United do it. Do we win money? Probably not. We win a trophy, Nicky. Then again, we might win money, knowing then we wouldn't do this if it weren't for money, isn't it? At the end of the day, United win it, guys. Absolutely brilliant. Fantastic, guys. Man United 5, Leeds United 4 on penalties. Great penalty from Mazraoui there. Coolness personified, guys. Really cool for Man United. And for Mazraoui, absolutely. Big up United forever. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Big up everyone in the stream. Guys, glory, Man United. Man United win on penalties. Good performance there from United and in the penalty shootout, to be honest with you. We don't lose penalties. I said it. We don't lose penalties. We don't lose. We win penalty shootouts. That's what we do. We probably would have won it more emphatically if Sedi Lemans was in goal, guys. Absolutely. But everyone, Man United will be lifting the trophy. I will be out. I will be cutting off now. Congratulations to Man United on winning the friendly tournament. Really good. One more game to go against AC Milan until Hull City in the big one, guys. I want to thank everyone, guys. Winning is a good habit. Absolutely, Richard. It is. And a good vibe to win penalties as well, because we might have penalties next season. I want to thank everyone. It's been a great show. Great conversations. Really good. Enjoyed it, guys. Thank you, everyone who's joined me today, guys. I will be back tomorrow morning for Breaking Dawn, so don't forget to join me for that. Have a great night, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world, guys. Man United 5, Leeds United 4 on penalties. And the Reds go marching on to AC Milan the next game, guys. Take it easy. Have a great evening. And we win the first trophy of the season. Thank you, Bobby, and thank you, everyone, guys. Enjoy your evening wherever you are in the world. Take it easy, guys. Peace.